Okay, we're here.
Oh,
We're here.
perfect, perfect. Professionals. We got
Okay.
this.
I played my stream intro music for about 5 seconds. Okay,
Perfect. That's what we
so
need.
we need to do something really important. So I'm
Yeah.
going to invite you.
Ooh, someone sent me an invite.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Ooh,
Okay.
it was curly fry.
Okay, don't spray. Don't spray. Don't spray a
Oh,
thing.
spray? Oh, spray?
Okay, are you in? Where are you?
It's loading.
Okay, hello. Hello. Wait, why are you wearing my outfit?
I'm wearing your outfit?
Oh, okay, you were. Okay, that scared me.
No,
Okay, come here.
never.
Come here. Okay,
Yeah?
jump on my head and get up there.
Okay. Okay.
No spraying. No spraying allowed.
Um.
Come on. Come on. Come on, you can do it. Try again.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Woo!
Okay, you stay there.
Okay.
I'm going to try to get up myself without any cheats.
Cheats, it's a ladder, Curly. It's allowed.
Is not allowed. What do you think I am, a quitter? No spraying. No spraying.
Okay. Do you like the roof or you off the roof?
What? And no
Do you
spraying.
no spraying the roof or
Okay,
off?
here's the deal.
Uh-huh.
Wait, stand on the other side. So, today is May the 4th, Star Wars Day, and very last minute, Goats was like, "How about instead we play Lego Star Wars?" And I was like, "Yeah, okay." And then I don't know. I was just like, "It's so short notice. Let's do this game." And I think that we need to pay credit to the day, so this is still festive.
Yes.
So I don't know that song well enough.
I
Bum
don't know.
bum 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 ba-dum bum ba-dum. Bum 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 ba-dum bum ba-dum. Bum ba ba ba-da-da-dum. Ba-bum. Luke, I am your father. What? Hey, okay, fine. You say, Luke, I'm your father.
Luke, I am your father.
No! Okay, anyways.
No, 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 no.
Are we gonna...
No,
This is the worst stream. This is the worst already. I'm not sure if I was Luke or Darth Vader there, but either way. Okay, let's watch stuff. Why are you so quiet all of a sudden?
What?
Okay, I gotta turn you out. 1 second.
Okay.
You keep existing.
Okay, I'm still alive. I'm still alive.
Okay,
Still
okay.
existing.
I think we're good.
Okay. I'm glad for that.
Oh, okay. Wait, what? Did I just see stuff under there? Oh my god. Oh my god.
Ooh, I can still taste that muffin from earlier. Delish. Oh. Good dude. I love the Power Washer, man. It's my favorite.
You have such a weird power wash style.
Yeah, it's just
Whoa.
it's
Whoa.
got a lot of ADHD in it.
The thing I find funny is like Whenever I walk past areas you've cleaned, it's like, oh, all this looks clean, and then you realize everything has a little bit of white. You're like, oh, okay, time for me to steal all these dings.
No. Do we have an extension?
Do we have like a long one? I don't know if I have enough. Let's see. Let's see. What's our thing?
The Pro one.
Hey, Emily. This is I think, is this Hansel and Gretel's house? I mean, is this Hansel and Gretel's house? Is that what this is?
Oh yeah.
Oh my God, your volume is so inconsistent.
I'm sorry.
Oh my God, sometimes I can't hear you, so this is deafening.
You're welcome.
Oh my God. Okay, let's see. Are we the Prime Vista Pro? Okay, we need an extra $100 before I can.
We got this. Waiting.
So yeah, if you read the text messages in this game, this level is all about like Hansel and Gretel, but they're like, don't listen to the rumors. We didn't kill anyone. It's very clear that they're killers.
Yeah. 100%.
Okay. Oh my God, it's so much nicer having this power washer though.
I know, it's so fast. It's so satisfying.
Okay. What am I missing here? Here we go. What are you watching? Oh, I thought you were just watching nothing.
I just, you know.
Okay, I take it back. I'm sorry for being so judgmental. You're playing a different Pokemon game this time. Whoa, which one? Goats and I are very obviously both extremely tired too, as you can probably hear.
Oh no, we're not tired. No. I still like the way.
Is your mic right in front of your mouth, by the way?
Yep.
Yes?
Yep.
Oh, okay. Okay. Oh, we're getting close
We're getting close.
to being able to afford it.
Play faster.
Hey, goats, 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 go, 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 goats, 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 go, go, goats, go, 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 go. Come here.
What?
Come here.
Okay.
Okay. Ha! Thank you.
Really?
What? I can't clean the top of this.
Okay.
Ah, it didn't work!
I'll fall for it this time.
Oh my God. How do I clean this?
I need paid extra to be a stepstool.
You get paid 0. How about I increase your payment by 100%?
Oh, that sounds. I could be your stepstool now.
Frick. Come on. Why is it not? There we go. There we go. This house is actually a little annoying to clean.
Oh yeah. That roof is super steep.
Go. I like how currently the way that we're dealing with this house is you are cleaning 95% of everything, and then I'm cleaning 5%. The 5% is left over.
Oh no.
Like, you're cleaning huge swaths of gunk, and then I'm looking for little trails of stuff that you missed. Oh, God.
pretty good on this wall, though. Mostly not missing anything.
Go.
Got it.
Okay.
So, how about that goat's pleasure index scale?
Well, here's the thing.
Yeah.
I feel like pleasure index is instantly more dangerous than pain index in a way.
Oh yeah, it definitely is.
Because, like, which is, it is so backward. Like, it shouldn't be. But, like, I guess the pain index is so removed from reality, whereas, like, it's hard to escape certain things with the pleasure index, right?
That is true.
So, like, okay. Where's a good baseline to set up the pleasure index? Let's see. Okay, what would petting a puppy be?
Petting a puppy is a 5.
A 5?
Yeah.
Holy fuck, your pleasure index is instantly very wrong.
Well, maybe my index, maybe I'm just more easily satisfied than a girly.
But then everything caps out super quickly if it's a 5.
Yeah, everything caps out really quickly.
I don't know, it's weird. Your mic is sounding different than... It's sounding very, like, tinny right now.
Indeed.
Huh. I don't know. Anyways, whatever. Whatever. We'll exist.
Ah, yes. Life.
I don't feel like petting a dog would be, but I mean, okay, this is your index, but I feel like... Because then what is below that? And everything gets crunched above it. You know, like... Because, like, what's a good stretch?
A good stretch, that's a 2.
A good stretch is better than a petting a dog.
Wasn't that?
Are you kidding me? A good stretch is better than a normal coon.
You see, what kind of dog am I petting this to? Like, is it like...
Fucking Clifford the big red dog.
Oh, well. I don't know. That's a hard one to... Like, am I afraid of this giant dog?
Okay, any dog. You're petting Airbud.
Dang, that'd be a 10.
Oh my god.
He's a movie star, girly. I got to pet him.
Airbud is dead, just so you know.
It's really sad.
And now all of a sudden we're back on the pain index.
That's a 10 too.
Okay, take care, Emily.
See ya, Emily. Have fun on your Pokemons.
Okay, because here's I have the okay. What's a coon? We just got to get out of the way. We just got to get. What's a coon?
Yeah, what's a coom?
Yeah, what is it?
What's a coom?
All right, what number is it? Huh?
Coom? What's a coom?
It's an orgasm.
Ah! I'd say that's a 7.
7? Here's the thing. I feel like with an orgasm, the first one in your life is a 10, and every one after that decreases slightly. Just ever so slightly. It's a slow scale. It's like an asymptote. It starts at a 10 and probably migrates down towards a 5 throughout life, I would say. That's what I think. It probably, so that's why I'm like, petting a dog can't be 5, because you know, that's always going to be better than petting a dog, but it's also, there's going to be things that are much better than that. Like, I would say a good stretch, here's what I'll say. A good stretch, like a really good stretch, is kind of static pleasure. And what by that what I mean is it probably is a level that's starts way worse than the first orgasm that you ever had, but over life, I think orgasm crosses the really good stretch threshold, and eventually the really good stretch becomes better. I also think like eating a really good meal eventually becomes better, you know?
Oh yeah, eating a really good meal
Is what?
an easy 10.
A 10? What's
Yeah.
that? What is with your rating system? Holy fuck.
What's the 10 for you? That's what I need to know.
So I've never done. Never mind. I can't make this joke. I'm pretty sure if I. Oh god. What's an epidural?
What's an epidural? It's the
No. I know what it is. But what is it?
What? You mean like the feeling of it going into your back?
No. Like
medicine.
Like, yeah.
It doesn't actually feel good. It just feels like you're feeling a little bit less.
So it doesn't. Okay, so this is a weird one. So it's a 0 on the pleasure index, but it's a negative on the pain index.
Yeah, you can have negative pain.
Yeah. But the only thing is like. So that means that we can't think of pleasure as the. What the frick is this? We can't think of pleasure as the inverse of pain. Oh, it's probably right on top of this. See, because in my head I was viewing kind of pain index as like negative pleasure index and vice versa. But
They aren't complete opposites, really.
but maybe they're related but different. Okay.
Yeah.
Because an epidural is 0 on the pleasure index. But
I mean, the idea of an epidural is like 5. But like the actual feeling of the medicine going in, you don't really feel anything. You just feel a little bit less painful.
okay, what are we doing here? Okay.
Okay? Oh, I didn't even see this one. What a nice house. Curly, we should stay here. It's like a nice bit of
Okay. What is getting heroin injected directly into the tip of a penis?
Oh. You know, I've never experienced this.
Well, you know, you could probably.
Shine in the dark. Heroin directly the penis.
I just realized something.
Probably be really painful. Like, pleasure. It's like, I'll give it a 10. I don't know. I have no idea what heroin.
You heard it here first. Goats is pro heroin.
Go! No!
And she's a nerd. No. Here's what I think.
Yeah?
I have a theory. Now, I say this as someone who has done no drugs, will not do drugs. Okay. So this is all ignorance. But
Yeah.
so I have my theory that first orgasm, first O is a 10, and every subsequent one drops that score very slightly, right? And
I disagree, but continue.
it did okay. I mean, we're okay. I'm specifically talking about male orgasm. Okay, so and I think it gradually decreases over time until it probably it goes from a 10 and slowly goes and approaches a 5 slowly, right? But probably never gets below a 5. I mean, maybe it does. But there's probably some number that it approaches but never passes, right? Now, I feel like heroin I bet you. I say this as someone who's never done it. I have a feeling it starts at a 10, and it gets lower and lower, and eventually crosses into the pain index. You know what I mean? Well, I guess it turns normal life into the pain index, and then you have to use it to pop into pleasure. So it's not worth it, you know.
No.
So don't do drugs, kids.
Don't do drugs, kids. Don't recommend. As a nurse, you only take pills like your doctor says. Yeah, take those pills.
Wow, Goat's always talking about telling people to take those pills.
I'm only telling them to take the ones their doctors prescribe.
Get a second opinion, kids.
Oh my god.
I'm not from big pharma like Goat's over here.
Yeah, that is true. I am kind of. Hospital has a big pharmacy.
Okay, what is petting a kitten?
Petting a kitten?
Yeah.
6.
Petting a kitten is better than petting a puppy.
Yes.
Oh my god, you're honestly, your scale is so upsetting to me.
Good. It also gives me pleasure.
What's petting a what's it called? What are those things called?
Alligator?
No, bearded dragon.
Oh, close. Petting a bearded dragon is a 4.
What about a baby kangaroo?
Oh, that's a 10.
A 10. So you're saying may as well be coming.
Yeah, may as well be.
Oh my god. What about a roller coaster?
Roller coaster. Yes, I could say that's a 9.
I feel like roller coasters vary extremely drastic.
Yeah, true. Like, depending on the roller coaster. I mean, I've never been on one that wasn't, like, up there in the pleasure index. I mean, there's been some disappointing ones, but...
I feel like, well, okay, what is the best type of roller coaster? What is the best?
It's been a while since I've been on a roller coaster, but my favorite one aren't they all, like, kind of the...
What?
The ones that go up and then they go down really fast, you know what I mean?
Okay, I'm
And then
gonna...
they go up and down and they do a loop-de-loop, you know what I mean?
Okay, in my opinion, worst roller coasters are stand-up roller coasters, I think.
Stand up. You
Huh?
have to stand? Is
Yeah.
that what it is?
Yeah, there's roller coasters that you stand on. They have like a little bicycle seat that sits in your taint, and it's just
Oh, I
like,
don't
hey,
that.
Blue Jay.
Oh.
And it's just kind of like not super comfortable. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't like that. I've never sat on one of those. But I have
In my experience, I kind of like wooden coasters.
wooden coasters.
Yeah.
They're pretty good.
I almost, so Blue Jay, I almost did because Goats requested that I do Lego Star Wars, and we almost did that. I started installing it and then uninstalled it instantly, but we did do a lightsaber
Yeah, we
duel.
did do a lightsaber duel.
Yeah.
And then I died.
But I got a confession. You know what? Maybe I shouldn't say this confession today. Maybe I should say it any day other than today.
Oh.
Maybe I don't know if I should say it today. I don't want to, break anyone's heart.
Is it my heart? Whose heart are we breaking?
Everyone.
Oh no, collective heartbreak.
Okay, fine. I personally. What's breaking everyone's heart on the pleasure index?
Yeah.
For me, I love breaking hearts. I love making people's lives a little bit worse. So I will say I would put breaking a heart. I would rate it the same as petting a dog.
Nice.
So in your eyes, a 5. In my eyes, a 2. Yeah, I'm not really a Star Wars fan. I am a Lego games fan though, which is why I would totally be down to play Lego stuff. Honestly, I have more of an interest in Lego Star Wars than I do in Star Wars.
Me too. But I do kind of like Star Wars.
I kind of wanted to play the Sims Star Wars thing. You're gonna is Fallen Order the one that's like Dark Souls? No, that's a different one, isn't it? Wait, is it? I don't remember. I don't remember which one Fallen Order is.
I remember one of them was like Dark Souls. I just don't know which one.
Oh, Fallen. Okay, yeah, Fallen Order is. Yeah, I would totally try out that game. Some of the Star Wars games seem pretty cool. Honestly, I'm a little bit scared of playing any Star Wars games because they all use like Star Wars soundtrack. And I'm like, okay, so this is just Disney lawsuit incoming.
No.
For a long time, I've been thinking about playing Dark Forces. The only issue is Dark Forces plays like shit on my computer, and I kind of want to wait until the source port is in development before I play it, because then I would be able to play it. I don't know, it would feel a lot better. I want to play it when it feels more modern, basically. I don't want to play it in the classic. I don't know. It just feels weird on modern computers, in my opinion. You want to play this game? Or Powerwash? Powerwash is a lot of fun. You can actually play a co-op with up to 6 people. You can do career mode up to 2, but you can do like free to play up to 6. I would totally do a like 6-person stream for Powerwash sometime.
That was so fun.
You ever want to clean? You ever just want to clean?
Yeah, I do. Not in real life.
I wasn't talking to you.
Oh.
You're not invited. I'm just kidding.
Oh,
Of course
no.
Of course you're invited.
Oh, good. Oh, thank God. I was gonna say, I want to be in the cleaning party. That's not real.
I was talking to Blue Jay.
Yeah.
Ba, 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 la, ba, 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 la.
Yeah. Cool. Aha!
Okay.
Found
Do you think the most iconic Star Wars song is the like ba 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 da da da? Is it the most iconic one?
Yeah.
Is the second most iconic the ba 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 ba
Yeah.
ba? Is the third most iconic one ba 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 da ba 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 da?
Yes, because that's the only other one I can think of.
Okay, because those are the only 3 I know. I was gonna rely on you to, you know.
Yeah. Yeah,
Add
that's
it,
the
yeah.
other one. That's the only ones
Can you do a good Chewbacca?
I One sec.
Oh no! Don't hurt your throat. Don't hurt your throat.
Am I doing curly? I've done Chewbacca before. 1 second. Is that it?
That's the friendliest Chewbacca ever. I love it.
Oh, we beat the game.
I feel like I did nothing. I feel like you did this whole level.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Oh, I accidentally skipped the. Oh, you know what? Go back to career mode. Let's go back to main menu.
Ah.
Let's go to free play. Let's go to this. Wait, what? How does this work? Let's go to completed. Let's go to the level we were just on. Where is this? Where's this level? Where is this? There it is. There we go.
Yay.
There we go. Oh wow! Oh wow! My stream is putting you to sleep while you're on it. Resident sleeper.
Oh,
Holy
no,
shit!
really?
Holy
No.
shit!
No. I get tired when.
Oh, we got a bad one.
Chewbacca.
We got a bad one.
We got a bad one.
I would rather do the I wish I could do a good C3PO. I mean, not C3. Who the fuck cares about C3PO? The only reason people like C3PO is because Jar Jar Binks came out after.
Yes.
I wish I could do an
Ooh,
R2D2.
treehouse.
This level stinks. This
I
level
used
fucking.
to be really good at doing a R2D2 scream.
Oh no. Now let me see.
Wait.
Equipment. Let's see.
You should turn me down.
It's like.
It's more like. Wow!
Whoa, Jesus Christ.
You're welcome.
That was pretty good though.
Yeah. I practiced at some point.
Okay. Listen to those dings.
Why is everything but the tree so dirty? The tree is immaculate. Maybe it's so clean.
Look, his name. Yeah, exactly.
Which makes sense. Oh, I didn't think of that. The tree can clean itself. It's got branches. It can clean.
God, wait. What is? It's got branches. You mean like it's like picking, like wiping
There's
itself
like
down
water.
with its leaves?
Yes. Branches are trees' arms.
Tree's arm. I got the upgrade, by the way. You know what? Let's, how do I do this? What button do I press? There we go.
Yeah.
Extension, long.
I remember when we did this map the other time. It took me forever to do this grill.
Well, we were probably using the second best power washer.
Oh yeah, we probably were. We got this.
This level is gonna take the whole stream.
Oh yeah.
This level
Yeah,
stinks.
I think it's really.
Okay, it's cool. It's cool, but it stinks.
No, I know I said that I wanted to
Don't
live
you
in a
dare
brotherhood.
do the house without me, though.
No, I'm just doing the grill.
I know. I'm just saying. Don't you dare.
I would never, really.
Yeah.
Got one.
Okay. Ah!
There's so girl.
Right, we got that. Ah, my mouse is fucking up. That's not good. Oh no, my mouse. My mouse is having some problems lately. Forget with laser mice. Laser mice sometimes have batteries in them, right? Like even if they are USB mice, I think that they have a thing that you can like replace. I could be wrong. But I think this is a really common thing with laser mice. Where they just like start fucking up. But you can repair them. There we go. Okay. Okay. Oh, one's done. Two are done. Three's done. Four's done. Okay. Oh my god. We got so much stuff to clean here. This is a nightmare. Okay. Over here. Okay, beautiful. Oh god. Oh god, this whole area is a nightmare. Oh god. I wonder if white works here. Kinda. Okay.
Oh, I'm back.
Okay, I have a question for you.
Yeah?
Okay. You're 15 years old.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Never ever dated.
Oh, yeah?
And then your crush. The person that is in your head right now. Never experienced. You've had crushes, but this is the first time you've experienced love, and you meet them, and they come over to your place, or they're at a park or whatever with them, and you lock eye contact, and it's just a moment where the world slows down, and you have this realization that both of you're like, oh my god, this is the first time both of you have ever loved anyone. What is that on the pleasure index? 8?
Yeah.
Oh my god. Your list is so fucked.
Thanks, really. Oh, sweet.
Okay. A Dairy Queen Blizzard.
Dairy Queen Blizzard?
A Dairy Queen Blizzard.
Which one? It really depends.
Cookie dough.
Cookie dough. That would be 6.
So same as petting a cat. Okay.
Yeah. Honestly, I'd rather put a kid.
Taco Bell cheese 7-layer crunch wrap.
Never had that.
But what's the thing that you have? I forget what you have.
I ate the
Crunch wrap supreme?
HD 5-layer burrito.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that.
That's an 8.
So that is the same as finding true love for the first time in your life. Jesus, that is. If anyone should have a Taco Bell sponsorship right now,
Yep.
it is you. Holy shit.
It's the same as finding true love.
Holy shit, your list.
I know.
I can't believe you just like put petting dogs. You put petting cats at 6. That's crazy to me.
It's petting kittens.
That's one of the that's most of the way to the best experience you can have in life.
Yep.
That is so. Oh my god.
That's why I'm always so happy.
Oh my god.
This place is nice.
I haven't gone up the treehouse yet. I'm still cleaning the underside.
It's okay. I've only done this place next. I want Taco Bell now.
Ah.
I want Taco Bell now.
Okay. Do you have any suggestions for the pleasure index? I don't know. I feel like pleasure index doesn't give me the same. I don't know if this means I'm a sadist or something, but I don't feel like it gives me the same.
Yeah. No, I get same.
The same inspiration, you know.
Yeah, that inspiration does come from me.
Okay, I have a question.
Yeah.
Pain index.
Yeah.
Okay. Or pleasure index. Whichever.
Alright.
Okay, you're put in a 3-person human centipede. They place you in the middle.
Pain index. That is intent.
Okay. Human centipede, they place you in the back.
That is 9. 9.
Okay. Human centipede, they place you in the front.
Oh, that's a 2 right there. It's like, oh no.
Okay.
I have a bathroom everywhere I walk.
I just need to see something. So what was a 9? A 9 was a gunshot, or it was you're on a spaceship with 3 peers. They're repairing the cargo bay, which tears open, exposing them to the vacuum of space. They try to return to you, but you know that you won't make it in time. And you'll all die if you don't hit the airlock button. You hit the airlock button, saving your life, your 3 colleagues as they try to get to you, bleeding for their life, die in front of your eyes. That's the same as the back of a human centipede.
Yeah.
And a 2 is a bite from a puppy with lockjaw or someone insulting how you pronounce words. That's being in the front of a human centipede. You have fucked up views on a human centipede. Oh my god.
But I mean, physically it shouldn't hurt too bad.
Physically?
Yeah, physically it shouldn't hurt too bad.
I would imagine it would be really bad, honestly.
I feel like it would hurt your back.
I feel like it would hurt lots of things. I feel like it would hurt your sphincter. I feel like it would hurt your face. I feel like it would hurt your knees. I feel like it would hurt your stomach. You can imagine the feeling of like retching and it having nowhere to go except, you know, we can't get too far into this without it there being far too much imagery. But I don't know. I think it would be very bad.
We're talking about the front human centipede, right?
Oh, front of the human centipede.
That's the 2.
But that would be, you would be getting like an acid enema all the time.
Oh yeah, that's actually not. Yeah, I see what you mean.
You seem a lot more human centipede, pro human centipede than I am.
No, never.
Which is why, if we are ever forced into one, I call dibs on the front.
No.
Okay. Okay, I got a question. Okay, let's say you decide to put people into a human centipede for your own amusement. What would that be on the pleasure scale?
If I was a psychopath, or if
No, just you.
Oh, that would be 0.
Okay, now what if you were Emily? Not Goop. What if you're M Rose? Hey, Pickle.
Hey, Pickle. If I was M Rose, from how she talks, it sounds like it would be said. I don't know.
Yeah. Okay.
Like an easy 10.
Easy 10. Oh my god, I want to know. Oh god, I want to know the M Rose pleasure index. M Rose pleasure index is someone that we could really get a pleasure index stream out of.
Yeah, that would be good.
It would probably be like an inverse pain index.
Yeah.
Oh, Pickle, we were talking about being in the front of a human centipede. Goats was like, I feel like it wouldn't be painful. And then I was like, well, you'd have someone barfing in your booty, like non-stop, you know?
Well, I'm sure like after the first bowel movement, they'll eventually get used to it.
The first 1,000.
First 5, I bet you.
The first 5.
Yeah, the first.
You feel like you could get used to someone barfing in your butt after 5 times. Like the first time you're like, this is so traumatic. The second time you're like, oh, why won't it stop? The third time you're like, oh god, not again. Fourth time you're like, oh really? The fifth time you're like, oh. The sixth time you're like, could be worse.
Could be worse. Could be in the middle.
that seems like a very fast, like.
Yeah.
Because you realize,
I don't know. I'm flexible, girly.
You realize that there's people that are locked in like prison cells, and what they do to torture them is they just like keep playing music, and they just like don't stop it. Right? Yeah. And
oh god.
And they don't get used to that shit.
No.
Right? But you're saying that you'll get used to Anal barfing?
Well, it's intermittent. It's not continuous. So
Oh.
yeah, that's very important. You have time to heal in between.
Goes.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like you. I feel like we have very different perspectives on the resilience of the human mind.
Yeah, but I'm talking about my resilience.
Right. So what you're saying is that you are very resilient and I'm extremely fragile.
No. You were
Hello,
saying.
Simon.
Hey, Simon.
Oh, Pickle. Okay. So, Pickle, do you want to hear the
lore behind it.
do you want to hear Goats' pain index summed up?
No.
Here, I'm going to get to a view where we're watching you so I can read the Goats' pain index.
Oh yeah, I won't leave the screen.
Oh, God. Pickle says the top of her pain index would be being forced to listen to a non-stop recording of somebody chewing. You would snap within 1 hour. Okay, so we had to separate the physical pain index and the emotional pain index. So physical pain index, Goats has a 1 is getting a splinter. 2 is a bite from a puppy with lockjaw. 3 is a stubbed toe. 4 is a stubbed toe on a table leg.
It's a very specific kind of thing.
Yeah, 5 is kidney failure. 6 is unknown. 7 is being bitten by an alligator on your thigh and getting death rolled. Or sorry, that's 7. 7 is getting bitten by a gator on the thigh and getting death rolled. 8 is a kick in the nuts. 9 is a gunshot. And 10 is childbirth, severe burns, belt sander wound, and a man-o-war sting. That's Goats' physical pain index. I don't know, I feel like stubbed toe, upper level stubbed toe with a table leg, and upper level kidney failure is one of the most wild things I've ever read. Like, that is like reading the lyrics of Bound 2 by Kanye West. It's like, this is a fucking journey. Okay.
I mean, I've taken a lot of pain scores from people, and let me tell you.
Yeah, but, you know, people are biased. Okay. Goats' emotional pain index.
Oh, no.
1 is unknown. 2 is insulting how you pronounce words. So if I say, like, pasta, and Goats is like, pasta, that's a 2.
Yeah.
3 is aliens descend on Earth. They uplift your pet's intelligence. So they try to uplift your intelligence, but they miss and they hit your pets. So your pets become sentient, and your pets tell you how they really feel, that they hate you, they feel zero affection, they think of you as a slave owner, they think every minute of their life is pain, being forced into subservience by just a stupid, mean, hateful master. Goat says that's a 3. Okay. 4 is question mark, question mark, question mark. I also want to clarify something. Goats puts petting a cat as 6 on the pleasure index. But yet, and Goats, when presented with that, Goats would be like, you're just a cat. That's what Goats said her response to that would be. Okay. 4 is question mark. 5 is question mark. Okay, 6 is you're in middle school, you're in science class, you're put into projects with a peer, and they pair you with your crush, the person that you've been too nervous to talk to this whole time. And then they pair you with them. You're like, oh, finally, I'll be able to finally talk to them. I'll have a reason to talk to them. And then they say, ooh, you smell. You stinky. Goat says that's a 6. Okay. You're Arnold from the Magic School Bus. All of your classmates make fun of you for being a coward. They're like, oh, Arnold, you're such a fucking pussy. To prove them wrong, you step onto the surface of Pluto, instantly getting flash frozen. Hey, CJ, how's it going? Instantly getting flash frozen. The school bus... Oh, and so you die. You're dead. Miss Frizzle revives you with the magic school bus, but you realize you have experienced death, and you now know. You return from death, realizing the other side is empty. There's nothing there. Goat says that's a 6 on the pain index. It's the same as a crush calling you stinky. Okay. Yep. 7. You're giving a valedictorian address in front of thousands of people. Everyone you know. While you're giving your valedictorian address, someone pulls down your pants and exposes your tiny penis in front of everyone, and everyone there laughs at how small your penis is. Goat says that's a 7 on emotional pain index.
7, just above the I've seen death kind of thing. Yeah. I agree.
Yeah, we are. We're going over this. I'm just doing a recap.
Yeah, recap. We gotta have that.
Okay. The next one. You're happily married. An alien turns you into a sentient car that can talk over the radio. Your loving wife leaves you because she wants a partner or a spouse, not a car. And she, Oh, okay. Wait. Okay, yeah. So your wife abandons you because she wants a spouse, not a car. And so you're just, like, left in the garage. Okay. Goat says that's an 8 on the pain index. Okay? You're turned into a car, your wife leaves you, and you're stuck as a car. That's an 8.
That's an 8, yeah.
Now, this is where it gets wild. You're happily married. An alien turns you into a sentient car that can talk over the radio. Your wife leaves you because she wants a spouse, not a car, and then proceeds to fuck other men inside of you in car form while you have to sit there and watch. And if you try to talk, she'll just turn the radio off. She fucks other men inside of you. Goat says that's a 7. That's less bad.
Yeah, because then I'll have an old. Someone will change out my oil.
The psychological abuse of that is just unbelievable. Okay. You're on a spaceship with 3 peers. Oh, man. I don't know about you guys. I don't know about this. You're on a spaceship with 3 peers. They are repairing the cargo bay, and then the cargo bay tears open, exposing them to the vacuum of space. The air is rapidly leaving the vessel. They are trying to return to you, but you know that if you wait for them to get through the airlock, all 4 of you will die. So you hit the button, closing the airlock, sealing them outside their faces. They plead to you to live. And you watch them all die, trying at your hand, hitting that button. You watch all of them die, pleading for their life. Boat says that's a 9. Okay, and then the next one is valedictorian address. You're giving a speech in front of thousands of people, everyone you know. But your girlfriend... yeah, one of my friends, Duval, said it was a 2. Because she's like, did nothing wrong. You have to hit the button every time. You have to hit it. It's nothing. It's just like totally utilitarian. Like, what are you going to do? Just die for no reason? You hit the button. Okay. Valedictorian. You're giving a speech in front of thousands of people, everyone you know. But your girlfriend is the one who pantses you, exposing your tiny penis. And in front of everyone, she says your tiny penis is the reason why she is dumping you. Goat says that's a 10. Okay. Now, valedictorian address, but your girlfriend is the one who pantses you in front of everyone. She says your tiny penis is the reason why she's dumping you. And then your dad in the audience is shocked and disappointed and dies from his shock and disappointment. Goat says that's also a 10, meaning the dad dying is a 0 on the pain index. Fucked up, Goats. That's fucked up.
I mean, it's like a max. There's like a max amount of bit. Gosh. Yeah, I gotta just.
So that's what we have for the pain index currently. By the way, Pickle, or anyone else, but Pickle, if you have any hypotheticals, feel free to ask. The only rule is we're going to try to keep them, let's try to keep them in the realm of fiction. Either no one lives... Yeah, I think the space one is like... The space one is, I think, is an interesting example. Because the space one is a situation where it's like, it's inherently traumatic, but it's not really your fault. But you can see how someone would blame themselves even though it's not their fault. So that's what I think it's an interesting one. Okay. You guys know the trolley problem? What do you think the pain index of actually going through the trolley problem would be? You sit down to eat your favorite meal, and then every time you chew, you bite your tongue to the point that you can't even taste your food anymore. What would that be, Goats? Goats? I think Goats is gone. Well, if Goats is gone... How far can I push Goats? There's got to be an invisible wall, like, right around here, right? Nah, it looks like there is. Dang it. Where should I... Can I trap her?
Okay, I'm back. What?
I can't. Okay.
You can't escape?
Trolley problem, same as airlock. I feel like trolley problem would be a little bit worse than airlock.
I don't know. I feel like trolley problem would be a little bit easier, you know, because it's like there's an obvious choice.
I feel like the choice in the airlock is more obvious. Because the choice in the airlock is nothing you do will save anyone. The trolley problem is you're saving people, but your action is killing someone. So it's someone who wouldn't have died if not for your input. So I feel like the trolley problem has more of a... I feel like there is more of a justifiable sense of guilt with the trolley problem.
Yeah. Save the 3 people and kill the 1? What would you do?
It's really hard to answer that question because I think it's hard to answer that question realistically, I think, because there's certain things that I don't think you would know until you experience it, right? Like, I think it's one of those things that, like, everyone is like, oh, if there was like a hijacker on a bus, what would you... And everyone's like, I would fucking take him down. And it's like, well, everyone would like to think they would, right? So I feel like the trolley problem, it's like, I feel like you, if you rationalize it, you pull the lever. But I don't know if in process you rationalize it. You probably just scream out the window like, "Run, you idiot! Run!"
Yeah.
Rage index. Okay, rage index. Oh god. What would be a good thing to measure on the rage index? By the way, Pickle, I'm gonna play Morrowind probably tomorrow, I think. I want to finish Dark Souls, but anyways,
that was the best joke in the stream.
In any of my streams ever. I want to finish Dark Souls, but I can also sometimes I can only take it in bursts. I think I really want to play Morrowind.
Yeah.
It's okay. It's CJ. Wait. Okay. Let's recreate the events leading to the joke.
Okay.
Okay. I was like, oh, well, hey, Pickle, I think I'm gonna play Morrowind tomorrow.
Tomorrowwind?
There we go.
Yeah.
That was what happened.
It was so good. We should do it again.
Again?
Not right now. Like, just, recap later.
We'll do it next week.
Yeah, let's do it.
The pain index question. I don't think Goat's ever answered that question actually, CJ.
Which
Okay,
question?
you sit down to eat your favorite meal, but every time you chew, you bite your tongue to the point that you can't taste anymore.
Aww.
This is a weird one because it's both physical pain index and emotional pain index. Although I assume the physical pain would be worse than the emotional pain, personally.
I feel like the emotional pain would be worse. It's my favorite meal, currently. I never get that.
Yeah. Okay.
So physical pain, I would say that's
You say it's a what?
a 3.
So it's not as bad as stubbing your toe on a table leg.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Like, have you ever like really stubbed your toe on a table leg and
I have stubbed my toe on a
broken your
concrete.
toe?
I've stubbed my toe on a concrete block
Yeah.
hard enough that I thought I broke my toe.
Yeah.
I didn't just stub it. I kicked it. I was a kid, and I kicked the concrete block like, haha, and it fucking. The shoe did not protect me. It was bad. But. Yeah, because I'm just picturing Simon. Like, here's the reality. I have bitten my. Every once in a while, I'll bite my tongue once, right? And the worst part about biting your tongue is the sound and the feeling of the crunch. There's this sound and feeling that is just, it makes me shudder. And then you always get a canker from it, right? When you like...
I feel like the worst part about biting your tongue is the moment that it's bitten. And after that is fine.
What's the worst part? What happens if you don't make the... nothing happens, Simon. Oh, no, someone's asking a Lost Ark question. Although, Simon, you played more Lost Ark than me now. I'm the one who should be asking you questions. I think you're ahead of me in that game. But anyways, what's the worst part about biting your tongue?
The moment that my tooth hits the tongue. Everything after that is fine. It's just that initial bite that sucks.
I don't know what eye level I stopped at. If you're in the game, you could probably check in the guild menu. I think I was like 13, I want to say 1340. I think I was 1340. Okay, what's the emotional pain of that situation though?
Oh, that's an easy 7. Wait,
7?
6. It's my favorite meal curly.
So that's the same as Arnold learning, bullied Arnold learning that there's nothing after he dies, and he's already seen the other side.
Yeah, I mean, he's gotta learn sometime. Be fine. Fuck it off, Arnold.
Oh my god. Yeah, new house. Here, let's show this off. It's a big old treehouse.
Yeah, this place is gorgeous. I want to live here.
I mean, it's gorgeous once it's clean.
Yeah, currently it's disgusting.
I would hate to live here, to be honest, because there's no way this place doesn't collapse at some point. Like,
Yeah, and imagine taking home groceries and have to walk up all these stairs. Jesus Christ. That would suck.
eh. Oh, I'm at Leet? I stopped at Leet? I guess I can never play the game again because I stopped at Leet. Yeah, I think, but like, here's the thing. Like, I think that you are. Wait, did Simon ever answer the worst part about biting? Because Simon.
Oh, I thought you were asking me
No,
that.
because Simon heckled.
I was like, I just said that.
Simon heckled what I said the worst part about biting your tongue is. And Simon's like, that is so not the worst part. But I want to know what the worst part is for them. Wait, what did you? Okay, let me scroll up. The worst part is that it gets swollen and hurts worse every time. Okay. Because here's the thing, if you were chewing your tongue repeatedly, your tongue would just be a giant canker. Do you know what I mean? Like, the membrane would be so fucking damaged. It would be bad. I think the pain would be a lot higher than you're saying.
Yeah, but like, we would
I'm not.
probably
I think I think I would choose I'm pretty sure I would choose a stubbed toe over a bit tongue. I'm pretty sure.
All right.
Guys, would you rather stub your toe or bite your tongue? Okay, I'm
not a coffee leg. Oh my gosh, a table leg.
coffee leg.
Yeah, I was thinking of a coffee table, but like my mind went straight just for the coffee.
I feel like the table leg is the typical stubbed toe. I don't know what you mean. What's a stubbed toe not on a table leg?
I mean, it's like when you like hit it against something like narrow and hard. Kind of what I was going for. It's more like a texture kind of deal. Like instead of like the wall. Like when you stub your toe against the wall, it's different. Hit it against something that's...
Stub your toe against a wall?
Yeah.
How do you do that?
Curly, I have ADHD. I don't pay attention where I'm walking. That's why it's just 2, 3. That's why it's a 3.
Emily would rather bite a tongue than stub a toe. What am I missing here? Oh, I don't know. There's something to me really disturbing about a bit tongue. There's a lot of the experience is the texture and the sound, stuff like that. It's really upsetting to me. Tongue heals very quickly.
True.
I find stubbed toes aren't generally that bad unless it's like, obviously I'm not talking about a broken toe. Broken toe.
That's what I'm talking about with the.
I've stubbed my toe many times on table legs and stuff. I've never broken my toe.
I have.
You have?
Yeah. It's like purple voice. It was bad. Oh, Pip's in the room again.
Hello.
Aww. Alright, I'm gonna try to get him. This is trying to drive his truck over.
I have no clue. I mean, I have no clue if I broke my toe. I just assume I haven't. I would assume I haven't. Oh, okay. Oh, then all my toes are broken. That's just how they look. Oh my god. This power washer with the extension is so much better than the other one. We can clean these bars without on the top. You can clean the railings on the top from the ground level. It's crazy. Okay. Yeah, I mean, CJ, we started the pleasure index, but the pleasure index, I don't know. I can't think of it. It's really hard to get deep into the pleasure index without going, in my opinion, without going full sexual or full drug, you know? Like, I feel like the top of the scale is going to be really weighted towards like orgasm related things or drug related things. Oh God. I don't know what that means, Emily, but the imagery that is popping into my head is horrible. Yeah, we started with pleasure index. Like I had some very different.
I'm back.
Hello, welcome back. I had some very different perceptions. Anger index.
Ooh,
Anger index. It would be interesting.
Mine would be boring because nothing makes me angry. You'd have to think of some really messed up stuff to make
Like,
me angry.
there's stuff that really, really annoys me, but I think that I don't know that I should tell you guys because I don't trust me sharing the things that really bother me.
Oh.
You know?
Yeah. Unless it's just theoreticals that never happen in real life.
Yeah, I don't trust you guys at all. But fine, I'll tell you. The single sound that is the worst sound for me in the world is the sound of nail filing. If someone's filing their nails, I need to leave the room. Or I need to hang up on them. I can't.
Yeah, I can see that. I hate nails screaming.
I absolutely can't. Like, I need to get the hell out of there.
Understandable. Accept that answer. Most annoying sound.
I mean, I doubt that would ever transmit on mic generally. But yeah, that for me, that is the single worst. I don't think there's any other sound in the world that comes close to that. I think that's like my 10, and I would rather listen to literally listen to microphone feedback than that.
Microphone feedback, that would be bad.
Yeah. For rage index, one thing I really hate when people intentionally play loud noises in my ear.
Oh.
That pisses me off. That would be up there for me.
Yeah, I can see that one.
Yeah. Especially as someone that like has tinnitus and it's gonna get worse inevitably. Just like when someone does that, it's just like, fuck you, dude. That would be up there for me on the anger index. What about when someone phones me up to yawn? I don't care about yawns. Goats yawned on stream. I resident sleeper goats in a stream that she's on.
No. It's a Chewbacca yell. Makes me sleepy. Sounds like someone yawning. Oh, I got it.
It wasn't yawning.
It sounded like.
Oh, are you talking? Oh, Pickle, are you talking about the waking me up? You want me to tell that story? Yeah, okay. So, there was one time a long time ago that I was staying over at my sister's place. And this was years ago. And I was sleeping on the floor, like beside her bed. And so she woke up in the morning and wanted me to wake up. So she stretched and went, "Ah!" And I obviously woke up, but I just ignored it. I was just like, oh, whatever, I'll sleep. And then my phone rings. Ring, ring, ring. And I answer, I go, hello? And she goes, "Ah!"
Oh my god.
I would say, it depends. It depends. That doesn't bother me in general, but if it were a recurring thing, it probably would. If it were like, I'm going to wake you up every day by doing this, that would probably be really, really, really annoying.
Oh, yeah. That's one way to wake up.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes, we did. I think we got the underside.
Looks pretty good. Let's just check all the beams real fast.
I did. I think I did.
Okay. That's pretty good.
Checking the sides here. That's usually where I miss on the side things.
Let's see. Let me catch up. I'm missing a bunch of stuff. Okay. You know what? Let me tilt the camera at goats. Here, let's back over here.
Spray the ceiling.
Okay. Ambient sound of the power washer sounds so loud to you. Oh, are you saying I should lower the volume, Simon? Pickle is chaotic neutral. Pickle is not chaotic neutral. Pickle is neutral good. I would say Pickle's neutral good. Your brother once... I think I'm also... I would say I'm neutral good now. Or true neutral. I would say a lot of my life I was probably lawful good. Your brother once tried something similar. He was staying at your dad's while on vacation. You still had the guest bed in your room, so he was there. His alarm kept going off every 15 minutes or so and was pissing you off. That he didn't have to be up. Finally, you got up and yelled at him. Yeah, my sister and I are very, 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 very different in terms of alarms. I'm a alarm goes off, I'm up guy. Like, no matter how little sleep I got, I just get up for it. My sister has a system where she like sets the alarm and then it goes off 5 minutes later, or goes off like 15 minutes later. She sets it off like 15 minutes, like whatever, like half an hour before she needs to get up. And it's like the alarm goes off, then 15 minutes, then 10 minutes, then 5 minutes, then 1, then 1, then 1, then 1. It's like a gradient waking up.
I do that too. Sometimes. Or just set 3 alarms at the same time on different device. Usually what I do now.
Oh, okay. You walk over to the bed. Wait. So you finally yelled at him and he got up. You walk over to the bed and... Wait, walks over to your bed and starts shaking you. You smack him in the dick. Oh, God. I feel like smacking someone in the dick is worse than, I don't know. Well, I mean, the moment someone's laying their hands on you, it's like, dude, fuck off. So I guess I can't blame you. Wait. I like how the trees are immaculate and then the fucking lantern hanging on the tree is just like covered in like a pyroclastic fucking debris.
Yeah, that's so weird. Oh yeah, it's because trees are self-cleaning early. We talked about this.
Okay. I accidentally hit a teacher at my school in the dick.
Oh.
He looked very, very angry at me.
How'd that go for you?
Not that badly.
Oh, good.
He made me go outside in the cold.
Aw.
I also had to write my principal a letter of apology. I was fucking pissed. My mom was fucking pissed.
What was that for?
I was dropped off at school and like it was like fucking like -20 or some fucking crazy shit. And like it was really cold. I was dropped off at middle school in the winter, and my coat was in my locker. So I went into the school before school started to go to my locker, and the principal got mad at me and said I have to write a letter of apology or else I'll be suspended. He said you have until the end of the day to write me an essay of apology or else you're suspended.
Wow.
My mom was pissed. She was like, okay, what? So you're supposed to stand outside the school and get frostbite?
That's messed up.
I don't know that it was actually -20, but it was one of those days. -20 is really cold.
In Celsius or Fahrenheit?
I will never use Fahrenheit. It was the level of cold where when you breathe into your nose, your snot instantly freezes in your nose.
Oh, not frozen. That's not good.
Well, I just made up that number. If there's no way it was a -20. It's probably like a -10 or something. I don't know. Simon wanted me to say it was a -4 in Fahrenheit, but that's not an actual accurate. I don't want people to like react when I just pulled the number out of my ass.
Yeah.
What are you talking? No, no one would know it was a web of lies if I didn't instantly try to clarify. What are you talking about? Well, it's also hard to know because a lot of the times, like we have, it's like, oh, it's -10, but it feels like -20 with wind chill, you know, stuff like that.
Yeah, wind chill always does it. It's like it could just be like 10 degrees, but it feels like it's -100 when it's windy. Just in my opinion.
Improbable. Okay, I have a question. Okay. What do you think everyone would be if they were a class in like D&D? Like what would I be?
What would you be?
What would I be? Yeah, what class would I be in D&D if D&D were real?
Bard!
Bard?
Yeah.
I don't know, I feel like Bard, I feel like in my heart I'm not a Bard.
Okay.
But like, Bard is what everyone says I am, but I feel like I wouldn't. But
I would be
pretty
Bard.
much everyone says, I guess Pickle would have the best.
No, wait, I would have to be cleric.
You'd be Cleric?
I'd have to be. I'm not really religious, but I have to heal people. That's my job.
I don't know, I feel like Pickle would be able to... I feel like Pickle would be a... I don't think Pickle's gonna like this. But I think Pickle might be a wizard. Pickle's husband would definitely be an artificer, 100%.
I want to be a barbarian. That sounds fun.
I think my dad would be like a paladin. Pretty sure my dad would be a paladin. My mom would be a cleric. My stepmom would be a druid. My nephew would be like a swashbuckling rogue, I think.
Yeah.
You'd be a sorcerer? I feel like you're too hardworking to be a sorcerer, though. I feel like because you do got that natural talent, but you're also like very like you're like a research girl, you know? Like you're You're someone that like fucking puts the work in and like. So I don't know. Pickle, what do you think I would be? And what do you think my nephew would be? I feel like we're going to agree. I feel like we're going to agree on my mom. I feel like we're going to agree on our dad. I feel like we're going to agree on our stepmom. Like, I feel like... I mean, my dad I could see being something other than a paladin, but I feel like he's kind of paladin. I feel like he's pretty paladin. There's no way in the world that my stepmom is not a druid. Yeah, I do think I'm like the opposite of a bard too. Yeah, Pickle says I'm the opposite of a bard. Because I'm like super introvert.
Whoa.
Oh, my mouse is fucking up. Ah.
I jumped really high just.
A paladin? Oh, god damn it. Well, I guess that explains the self-loathing, Pickle. I hate paladins, and I hate myself.
Oh, really? No.
What would my deity be? But I feel like I guess that's not fair. I was gonna say I'm like I'm not like a faith person, but neither is my dad. So I guess that's it's bad for me to like just randomly assert that as being important when, you know, like I think because my dad is like pretty like. Let me look up this word to make sure I'm using it correctly. I don't want to use it as an insult. I don't think that's what I wanted to do. I'm gonna say pragmatic, but I don't think that's the word I'm going. Anyways. I don't honestly, obviously there's gonna be bias. I don't know what I see myself as. I find it really hard to gauge. Okay, take care. Take care, Simon.
See you, Simon. I feel like I jump higher when I'm crouching. I know we tested it, but
I feel like I would be a sorcerer. My sister and I both are like, we're sorcerers.
I feel like I should be a bard.
You should be a what?
I feel like I should be a bard.
I would see you. I think I could see you as a bard.
Cool.
Like, I don't know. I don't like being like, oh, you're a nurse, so you're obviously a cleric. Like, I don't like just like doing that.
Yeah, I mean, my personality type is not a cleric.
Yeah, I think you're likely a bard.
Yes.
Rogue? Yeah. I thought he would be like a. I thought he'd be a rogue too, but like a swashbuckler or like a charlatan.
Charlatan.
But like in a good way, you know, like the entertainer. You're a bard, CJ?
Nice. 2 bards.
I don't know, because I could kind of see my dad being fighter too. Like if he was not a paladin, he'd be a fighter. But I feel like he, like... I don't know. I do think pragmatic does describe him. But I think he has, like, a set of values that he follows pretty strongly.
That's always nice.
Music is the most important thing to you, and you used to be introverted, but since you came out as trans, you've been very outgoing.
Nice.
So do you feel like before you came out you would have described yourself as something other than a bard, and you feel like the bard is kind of like the more authentic you or something?
Oh my gosh, Pip came back. What a kid. What a boy. He's so cute. Oh no, he's smashing him. Okay.
What would Simon be? I could see Simon being a fighter, and I don't view Simon as generic at all. What would Simon be? Hey, goats. Goats. Goats? Okay, never mind. Filthy. I literally actually, before you were here, I said you would clearly be an artificer. You are obviously an artificer, and I don't think anyone could argue with that. Like, you are the most, I think you are one of the most obviously, I think the two people that are very, very obvious are you and my stepmom. My stepmom is obviously a druid. You are obviously an artificer. Filthy, what do you think Pickle is? What would you say? I said I think Pickle is a wizard. Pickle said she thinks she's a sorcerer. Sorcerer? What do you think is what would you describe as the key difference between sorcerer and wizard? Because maybe I'm reading something as a little, I mean, here's the thing, like, study versus talent. Yeah, but I also feel like talent is a little bit bullshit. A little bit. Because the thing I think with Pickle is very, very naturally, like, very, very, very naturally intelligent and stuff like that. But she also has, like, a very high, like, research ethic and stuff like that. And so it's kind of hard because it's like, I don't know. It's hard for me to say. Like, for a long time, she was a researcher. And so that's why it's hard for me to gauge. It is true, I am talentless. Okay. Yeah, so we do have the same, it's funny, I think we are gauging the classes by the same standpoint. I think we're just gauging the Pickle by different. I don't think Pickle is a warlock. Although when I was playing D&D with Pickle, she was playing a warlock. When I was playing D&D with them, welcome back. When I was playing D&D with them, Pickle was playing like a child. She was basically playing... Pickle was basically playing like a young... What's the word? I don't know why I'm blanking on the adjective. Like a young, precocious kid who made a pact with a demon and became a warlock.
Oh, nice.
I was an edgelord. I was the edgiest character. I was a paladin who broke his oath because of viewing the, like, you know, basically following the oath led to the death of his family. I was like max edgelord character. So he like lost his faith.
Was his name Edgelord?
His name was Rook.
Damn, that's the edgiest name I've ever heard of.
It is pretty edgy.
The name was Rook.
And to make it even edgier, he didn't have a last name because that was the title he went by.
Oh. Last name.
He abandoned his like,
have a last name.
Max Edge. You had oh, Bardlock. Yeah, I like those characters a lot too.
Alright, we're ready to start washing the house?
Oh yes, we're starting the house. I waited for you to come. I was so what happened? What happened was I said I crashed and said goats, and I was gonna be like, let's start the house, and then you weren't here for a bit, and so then I just like cleaned up exterior stuff. And then when you came back, I was like, oh, we can start the house, but then I realized that I forgot to tell you.
Okay, no, it's cool.
Wait, goats. Stay there. There we go. You're playing a chaotic neutral bard halfling in a game right now and having so much fun with it. Castleton? I don't think that was my character's name. Is that are you retconning my character? I seem to recall I had like an idea for my character, but it was kind of dumb. I think at one point I was going to make my character's real name Bishop, and then he abandoned it and took the moniker Rook when he like abandoned the oath. But it's like it's so like written, you know. I suck at honestly. I wish I was good at role playing. I so do. I really wish I was.
I'm not actually very good at role playing either. I have a lot of fun.
I have too much like latency. Like I have ping. I have low ping or high ping. I have high ping when I roleplay. So it's like I'm like fucking playing from Australian servers.
It's like 5 minutes later. I grab her butt. Yeah, that's how I play too.
I never say I grab her butt.
Yeah, me neither. I never.
But I've only ever played D&D with my family, so that might be why.
Yeah, same. That never stopped,
Wait. What did I miss? Oh, I missed a bunch of stuff. Oh god, I missed so much stuff. I'm sorry. I do remember. Oh god. Oh well, it was Curly Lockpicker. It was Aiden Lockpicker. Cornelius Dorkcastle. I remember that. Rosie Cott. Oh really? Cornelius triggered me. Cornelius Dorkcastle triggered me. You punished me for being inauthentic. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, so the story was when I was a kid, I used to play. We played a little bit of like Dungeons and Dragons with my dad, my sister, and stepmom when we went camping. And so I played a rogue named Aiden Lockpicker. And I was like the most insecure whatever. And my dad would kind of pick on me when we played. Like he would center me out a lot and like put me in situations I was really comfortable with. And I would just like fail. And so I remember the one time was I think we rolled up a body. We murdered someone and rolled up a body in a carpet, and we're trying to dispose of it. I was really young, by the way. This was probably like what, grade 4? Like that, I don't know. Grade somewhere in there, grade 2 to grade 4. Probably grade 4. And a guard basically came and interrogated us and was like, "Who are you guys? Why are you here?" And I was like, "Oh, we're at my dad's residence." And he's like, "Oh yes, what is his name?" And I was like, Mr. Griffin. And he was like, "What's his first name?" And I was like, "Dark." It's like, "Your father's name is Dark Griffin." Yeah.
That's a nice name.
Yeah. Yeah. I also remember my name was chosen by my dad because I couldn't decide, and he was like, "How about Aiden the Lockpicker?" And I'm like, "Sure." And then every NPC was like, "Aiden Nosepicker!" God damn it!
Oh no!
You set me up.
Oh no!
Reginald Chartreuse, Poppin, Isaac Solaris, Funkin, Shepin, Filchbatter. Oh God. Belchbatter, Tosh Vishara, and Roscoe Toscobble. My sister and I once came up with a bunch of names. We were just coming up with fantasy names one day for no reason. Tick Hortonbeam, the gnome. There were some that I came up with that are probably not. I don't know. Probably not the best to share. That makes it sound like they're way worse than they are. Now you guys are gonna think it was like really inappropriate. Oh God.
Yeah. I'm assuming they're like really
Really what?
really bad.
Well, now I gotta say it because I don't want you guys to think it was like I was just like naming people slurs or something. Like one of them was Queefer Quinby.
Ooh, that's a good one.
It's not a good one.
Oh, it's good. Queefer Quinby, I like that. I'm stealing that. Quinby sounds cute. Queefer just kind of evens it out. It's like, that's not cute. Kind of a neutral kind of thing.
It wasn't a name, it was a title.
Oh. That makes sense. Was Queefer the title, or?
Yeah, no, it was a name. Okay. Hey, at least we're doing this a lot faster than we did before.
Oh yeah, 100% faster. Ah!
Hey, you got the dig.
Yes! Take that, Curly! No! Stop! Curly, stop! No, get back up there. I have the high ground. No, Curly. No.
Hermit LaCroix.
I don't think having the high ground. I don't think having the high ground
Did you fall?
is actually beneficial. Yeah, that was
I didn't even shoot you that time.
No, I was flailing too much.
Well, the high ground in this is...
I don't think it's beneficial.
Your favorite character name for my campaign you played was a centaur named Acentor? Oh, a centaur? I get it.
Oh! Alright. I like that.
I would have never gotten that if I didn't read it out loud.
Wow. I thought that this house would take like most of the stream.
The house? The house is the easy part.
No, I mean like this whole
Oh.
place. We're like almost done.
Yeah, the reason I wanted to be like, let's do the house together is because otherwise it's like, one of us would be underneath cleaning just like wooden beams.
Boring
And then
stuff,
we'd come up and the
yeah.
house is done. And I was like, oh, I just spent my whole time cleaning a fucking staircase.
Yeah.
I think my character that I enjoyed the most, honestly, was the Paladin. Even though I don't like Paladins, I hate Paladins, by the way. I hate Paladins. My sister saying I'd be a Paladin was her getting back at me for saying that she'd be a wizard. 100%.
Oh. Yeah, exit.
Because Paladins are like...
Yeah. I don't see you as a paladin.
Paladins are dinks.
Yeah. Though I've never played a paladin. I like to play fun characters.
Yeah, I mean, the thing that's hard with you, Pickle, is that I see both. I can see the wizard and the sorcerer. And obviously, like, here's the thing. Like, obviously, if someone has talent, well, then that exists before the study, right? And so, from that thing, you could be like, oh, I was born sorcerer. But I also just... I don't know. Like, I think I'm a lot more of a lazy fuck than you are. You know? Like, there's no world in which I have the ethic to be a wizard. What are we missing? What are we missing? Okay, let's look around for...
Eaves. The eaves.
Oh, we gotta do the eaves?
Eaves, yeah. Gotta get that eaves.
Oh, okay. One of us should go clockwise, one of us should go counterclockwise.
Okay, let's go.
Because we're gonna get different sides of these beams.
I'm stuck. Oh, there's a ladder.
Am I I'm not as powerful as Pickle. No. No clue. I'm not complaining about Paladin. I'm not complaining. I honestly, one of the things I think about Paladins is I think Paladins are often kind of judgy. You know what I mean? Like Paladins are often very rigid.
Yeah.
And so the thing with me, I don't feel like I'm that like morally rigid. Okay, let's look around. What are we missing? Those. Oh, I wouldn't be surprised if we missed stuff around the stairs. Oh, let's see if we missed the thing that we missed a big time before. Oh, we got that. Huh.
Huh.
We must have missed. I'm still not getting the notification for what we've missed though,
Huh.
which is the weird thing. We're at 99%, but I'm not seeing the list. Well, yeah, like I'm pretty morally rigid. I'm gonna take a strong stance and say I'm against murder.
Oh, that's a good one. Yeah. Same.
Oh, we doing this.
What? Oh, oops.
Okay. Maybe this. What do we? Let's take a look around. I wonder if it's bugged and not showing me things, or if we really do have that many things that it's not showing up. There's gonna be something that's hard to hit, probably. Oh, I saw something. Middle deck rim toy. Okay. Still not showing up.
You could always look in the menu to.
We can wait. You can see it from the. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. Oh, okay. There's a bunch of stuff at the house. There's some stuff on the upper deck. And there's... Okay, yeah. We didn't fully clean a sign. And then we're missing a bunch of stuff at the house.
I feel like I just saw something.
Oh, here's the sign. Okay, now we got it. Now we got the notification.
Oh, okay, cool.
So what are we missing? We're missing window frames. And we're missing vertical house trims. It might just be like... Oh, here.
Window frame. Yeah, I sloppily cleaned this one. Oh, this is the one that I fell dead to. So I was trying to get the higher ground. Like, no! No, you should get the higher ground.
Are we missing anything?
I've got the higher ground. Oh.
Okay. Vertical house trim.
Oh, there's one.
Okay, and we're missing upper deck rim joist. That's probably over here.
Choice.
Oh, it's not. Oh, this. I don't see. Okay, you go the other way. I'll go this way. Okay, you go that way. I'll go.
Oh, okay.
You go just an opposite way. Let's see. Oh, found it.
Found it? Yes. Ah.
Why'd you say haha? That's where it was supposed to be.
Did you fell down? Oh. Yeah.
Nice.
Nice. We did it.
Rim joist definitely sounds like a euphemism. And rim joist is definitely at least a 9 on the paint on the whatever index.
Pleasure.
Pleasure index. Okay. Oh, I accidentally skipped the time lapse. Let's check this out. 1 second.
That stretch was a 10 on the pleasure index. Okay, I'll give it a 7. 5. It was a 5.
A really good stretch on the pleasure index. I don't know. Oh, you guys weren't here for what I viewed for how I ranked the index. Oh, I don't think we've ever done this one. Let's do this. So, I had a theory with the pleasure index. I don't know what you guys think about this. So, okay, what would you guys put? What would you guys put a really, really good stretch? Like the best stretch? Are you here?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was looking at my cats. Fine.
On the pleasure index, a really, really good stretch.
Best stretch, like
yeah, top tier stretch.
You can hear your blood pumping afterwards. And,
I've never had that. But ones
You've
where
never had that?
you hear your blood pumping afterwards.
Yeah, because like when you stretch, like it does something with the blood pressure. I don't know what, because not a doctor. But
Just
yeah.
the best stretch you've ever experienced.
It's best stretch ever in my life. 7.
7?
Yeah. Average great stretch is probably 5.
Okay, and what? So here's the thing. I think it's important to rank really good stretches against orgasm. I think that this is why we kind of avoid the pleasure index, because it naturally goes there.
Yeah, I mean, it has to. We have to talk about it.
Right? Best case scenario stretch, that's an 8. Okay. Because I have a theory. I have a theory for the pain index. This is at least a male orgasm pleasure index thing. I think the first one in your life is a 10 on the pleasure index. And I think everyone subsequently slowly lowers and lowers. I mean, unless some weird shit is introduced. But, like, unless you're like... But I feel like everyone subsequently, it's like an asymptote. Where, like... Where, like, it starts at a 10, and then gradually, as it increases, as you accrue more of them, it approaches a 5, but never touches 5. It's always above a 5, but it gets less and less, And I think that the best stretch in the world is worse than the first O, but I think as life progresses, O's become more boring than your best stretch, and your best stretch eventually becomes better. So I think I feel
like it's different for ladies, because get the best ones in my life right now. No, not right. You know what I mean. Not currently.
Wait, what? Anyways,
wow, look at this helicopter this is. Wow.
Yeah, I think that, I don't know. I think that, because I feel like a really good stretch is rarer. You know what I mean?
Yeah, those good stretches are rare.
And so I think that, yeah, I just think, I think that you build up a tolerance to the O, you know?
Yeah. I feel like you can build up a tolerance to stretches too, like you get, if it's been a long time since you've stretched, back feel really good when you stretch it. But if you stretch all the time and just like,
Okay, wait, Goats. I'm gonna watch you do this.
yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna stand here, I'm gonna watch you.
Okay.
One second.
Okay. Hi, Peregrine. What you up to? I don't know how you get there. Okay, I gotta blow this up.
Okay. Whoa. Let's go, fucking caps lock. Okay, and we're gonna go time. Okay. We're gonna go like
blew up a
okay.
No!
Okay. So we're gonna go, you know, this is like let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is like a 5. You know, whatever. That's a 10. So we'll say like, I feel like a good stretch is like, let's put it here. So that's a good stretch. But I feel like an orgasm is like here. Let's go like this. And then it's like it's like that. I feel like that's the curve. And then and then having the best meal of your life is like...
Oh, it's a 10 for me. Best meal of my life is a 10.
I feel like I might need to raise the stretch. I feel like I might need to raise the stretch because I feel like best meal of your life is pretty high. But then I'm like, but the best stretch in your life, I think the stretch needs to at least be an 8. I think I have it too low. But that's like kind of my theory for how this works, okay? Back to the game. I feel like that was an important thing to share.
Yeah.
By the way, that doesn't diminish. I mean, by diminishing, I don't mean like the nerve reaction is like any less potent necessarily, but I don't know. Or is it like the amount of like endorphins or something? Okay.
I like that word.
Sounds like dolphins.
That's
So, yesterday Goats was playing Hollow Knight.
yeah.
Goats said Goats was fighting an enemy and was like, what do you say? That's disgusting. It's pooping out babies or something.
Oh yeah.
And I
said, stop pooping out babies. It's gross.
And then I said it's less gross than pooping in babies.
That's terrible. Oh my god. But yeah, that I hate that. I hate that enemy. It's like, stop that. This is not the place to be giving birth to your hundreds of flies. There's a time and a place.
Awful but true. I feel like pooping out babies sounds like the name of a band.
Oh, I bet it is.
Next hit, pooping out baby.
Well, we should make a band, Curly. I'll play this.
Everything about this idea sounds horrible. Can you imagine fucking Simon doing the album art for Pooping Out Babies' self-titled album?
I can't. Oh,
Like
God.
fucking You know. Oh god. Oh god. It would be like the horizon art with the big black moon in the horizon, except babies would be coming out of it.
Oh. Oh no. Oh no. Ooh, I'm gonna need this. They'll be good for this.
Oh god.
What would our first song be? Enough babies.
First song by Pooping Out Babies. What would Pooping Out Babies sound be?
That's a good question. Well, the thing is, I'm not very good at
It'd be like
instruments.
Maroon 5 or some shit. Like Savage Garden. Oh god.
I don't know. Hey,
I don't care who you are, where you're from, what you did. If you're pooping baby, who you are.
no.
Well, baby never pooped out you.
Yeah.
My pooped baby poo.
Whoa!
Yeah, I know. There's so many levels to that.
Inception. Poop Baby Inception. That should be the name of this song. Poop Baby Inception. Yeah? Yeah? Genius?
So chat feels like it would be a punk band. Well, because the only band, because it doesn't have metal vibe. Like metal, it would be like metal would always be like Dead Baby Diarrhea or something. Like it would be more like that.
Yeah, it would be.
What kind of music? But like it sounds like Butthole Surfers or something, you know?
Yeah.
Which I don't know what kind of music Butthole Surfers mean.
I have no idea. I've never. I just know the name now, and it's beautiful. Wait, did you just make
No,
that up?
that's a real band.
Oh.
A poop baby poo. That's a pretty. That line is got some depth, you know?
Yeah, it does.
Where the hell is the tire stuff?
Bet you it's on the tire.
Okay, that's your job now.
No. I'm busy being cool on top of the okay, fine. I'll do the tire.
Not this one, the other one.
Alright.
What was that show? There was a show that oh my god. I can't remember anyone's name. It starred Jeffrey Tambor. It was an HBO comedy. Was it Larry Sanders Show? Is that what it was called? It starred that stand-up comic. What's his name? Oh my god. He was basically like David Letterman, but like it was like a fictitious sitcom.
I have no idea.
I think it was called Larry Sanders Show. I think. I could be wrong. I remember the Butthole Surfers played on that show.
So, theoretically, if you were butthole surfing,
Is this like is this
surfing on a surf?
is this like a Magic
your
School Bus
butthole.
situation where you like
Yeah.
get shrunk down, or is it like?
Yeah. That's what I'm asking.
So I kind of have a listen. This is gonna get gross, but I kind of feel like it maybe you're like surfing on like diarrhea.
See, I was thinking, like, you know, you're just a regular surfer guy, but instead of standing on your feet, you know?
Wait, so you're just like your butthole is on the surfboard?
Yeah. Straight up. That's a talent.
I think you're surfing on a butthole.
I would name a band after that. 'Cause that's like a talent.
Well, you can't. It's already the name of a band.
Yeah.
We're talking about it. It's like if I had a band, I would call it the Backstreet Boys because we're. It's taken.
Oh. So hear all those dings, Grilly?
Yeah, on my screen, they're all fucking me. What are you talking about?
I got two.
You're just bragging about it. Meanwhile, I was literally getting them.
I got two of them.
You're like, should we fucking clip it? Like this misplaced arrogance is astounding. You literally just saw me going ding 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 ding, and then you're smugly talking down to me. You hear all those dings, Curly? Yeah, I got them.
I got two of them. That's it for you.
I have no clue how fucking Miss Frizzle gets away with it. Like, I have a theory that Miss Frizzle doesn't, like, can you imagine the forms that
They've
these...
signed their consent. That's all that
Yeah,
matters.
there's no way they've signed that consent. I bet you it's... I have a feeling that the Magic School Bus... They're actually like an MK Ultra experiment. None of them actually have gone to any of those places, but Miss Frizzle has them like in a, you know, kind of sealed in a government facility and is kind of doing like hypnotherapy with like psychedelics and is like kind of experimenting on these kids. So, like, okay, Arnold. And Arnold is the kid who is actually like resistant to the therapy. Like, no, I'm not on Pluto. I'm in the real world. You guys, and then Miss Frizzle, like almost like a cult or something, turns the kids against him to be like, ha ha ha, Arnold isn't in reality, ha ha ha, Arnold is delusional, and Arnold's like, no, I'm in a CIA base, and they're just like fucking dosing these kids. I think that's what's happening.
That's a good thing. This is so hard to spray under.
Water tank. Oh, is this like under here? Oh, I see.
Ah! Okay.
I mean, that is a more believable premise. Scoot says, wow, that somehow got darker than Miss Frizzle's class diving into a butthole. They went in a butthole in an episode, didn't they? Or did they? No, they probably got sneezed out or some shit to avoid that.
Oh, they did get sneezed out. I remember one time Miss Frizzle got the kids gone by a salmon.
Eaten by a salmon?
No, sperm done.
Oh. Oh, that fucking feels weird.
Yeah.
I always wondered if fish like it. Like, do fish feel pleasure when they come on eggs?
That's a good question.
Or is it just like...
That's a round one. I would assume...
Or is it just like, it's my job? They're just like, I gotta... Like, is it just like, I gotta spread my seed. Here we go. Or is it just like all these fucking eggs and they like jerk off over it?
It would probably be that. Like, what else? Like, it's gotta be some sort of motivation.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Do you think that there is a human in the world whose fetish is like, who's like turned on by fish egg?
Yeah, there's probably.
I don't know.
I bet you there are.
It's so... What am I missing? There's something on this water
There's
tank
stuff up
somewhere.
here.
Yeah, but this water tank isn't done. I'm just not sure. Oh, does the inside count as the water tank?
Yeah, maybe.
Okay, we got it.
Hey.
Windows, engine, tail rotor, drive shaft. Okay.
Pip. No,
Wait,
no
what?
driving your car over the kid.
Oh, there's window. Oh, I see. No driving a car over a kitten? What the fuck?
No, Pip has this car toy. Oh, it's a
There
truck.
is, for sure, someone who finds fish eggs fuckable, says Scoots. I mean, you don't feel pleasure from it, so it stands to reason that other animals would have as well. Yeah, I think it's likely. But it's weird when you get... Here's where it gets weird. It's when you get animals that their sexual, like, their reproduction is separate from the actual... Because, you know, like, there's going to be some fish or whatever that, like, reproduce with another fish directly. But then there's some that fertilize eggs separately, right? So if things fertilize eggs separately, do they then find the eggs the things that are of, like, sexual desire? Right? Because they're not like, oh, look at that hot fish over there. They're like, oh, look at those fucking marbles.
Yeah.
Oh, tail rotor, drive
That's
shaft.
definitely it.
Drive shaft.
Drive shaft. Ah.
Reverse mermaid stuff. Oh god, I remember the reverse mermaid. Tail rotor,
yeah.
drive shaft. What the fuck? What are we missing here?
Drive shaft. Right?
Oh, it's here.
Oh, that's the drive shaft ever if I ever saw one.
Troldemort, Goats actually was like, hey, you want to play Lego Star Wars? And I was like, okay, and I installed it, and then was like, I don't feel like it. So then we just lightsaber duel. Where the fuck? Okay, you know what? Come here, come here. Come over here, come over here, come over here.
Fine.
Okay. There we go.
Nice, good job.
Right now I'm just pretending that you're fish eggs. Okay. Reverse mermaid. Yeah, CJ, I asked if you would rather have a threesome with a mermaid and a reverse mermaid or a woman and a fish. Oh god, I feel like that's a good question.
See, I would go mermaid and reverse mermaid.
God, I feel like, because here's the problem. Here's the thing. Honestly, I feel like you go woman and fish, and you like fucking like let the fish watch or something, or you like put it on your toe, you know? Because the reality with a woman and a reverse mermaid is it's effectively the same as the woman and a fish, except the fish is fucking huge. It's like a sunfish, right? Like giant fucking fish head, giant fucking, I don't know. I don't.
It's not a threesome if the fish's needs aren't met. Sorry, I just didn't say that.
What do you mean?
Well, do you think the fish wants to sit on your toe?
Look at me for a second.
Yeah.
Fine. At the end, here's what you do. Here's what you do. You're with the woman, and then at the end, you come on the fish's eggs on the ground. You're like, there we go. Fucking did it. Mermaid, reverse mermaid? I don't know. I think reverse mermaid is horrifying. Like,
If you like ignore the top half, the bottom half looks great.
I don't know.
That's some nice thighs. Oh god.
I gotta go woman and fish. I think this is a question I need to put out there on Twitter.
Yeah, this is important. I need to know. I need to know other people's input.
Okay. Okay.
connection timed out. What?
I'll invite you again.
Oh, okay.
My friend.
That's me. I'm the friend.
You get the invite?
Yeah. Oh, bicycle.
Fucking
Crashing a bicycle.
Oh, I have a lot of cash in this game. I should start buying stuff.
We don't need anything. This is how you watch a bicycle with a big wheel. Ta-da!
Yeah, like I feel like I know how you would do the like I agree, CJ, that's the only way you could handle the mermaid reverse mermaid. But like is the mermaid really getting pleasure from that? I guess you know what? Here's what you do. You're mermaid satisfies the lower half, you satisfy reverse mermaid's lower half, and in a really weird triangle, the reverse mermaid's top half satisfies the mermaid's lower half.
Okay. Yeah, I see that.
Okay. I love when you do a time lapse on a level and it's like real time. Oh, this level's cool. Oh, can we get out of bounds in this one? Or is it the other one? It's the other one, right?
Oh, it's this one.
Okay. Come over here.
Let's try it.
Okay, jump on my head.
See if it works. Ah! No, it doesn't work.
Okay, wait. Come over here. Come over here. Come over here. Hey, right here. Okay, now start jumping. Okay, what if we go farther over? Come over here. Right in the corner. Okay, start jumping. Okay, yeah, there's no way now.
Damn.
Yeah, I thought it was the other one.
You should get the extra long. You should get the extra long.
That doesn't exist for this.
It does.
For this power washer?
Yeah, later. Maybe not now. But...
It doesn't exist for this power washer. Right? I thought it was only... Oh, it does!
Yay!
I thought it only existed for the,
Curly, I was the one who was buying stuff before, and I'm not the smartest. Yay! I saw it later, okay? I eventually made up for it.
Oh, because you told me that you could.
Yeah, because I didn't think that you could.
What am I missing here? Oh my god. You know what? I'm gonna pull a goat. I'm gonna do the fun stuff and stop cleaning at the little bits at the end of Goats' remains.
No! Who's gonna clean my remains?
I will after. Okay.
Someone's got really strong arms.
What do you think the mayor did? Oh, good God. Oh, CJ. I thought that, but I would have never said it. Oh, God. Oh,
Wait,
God.
What?
Who's gonna clean my remains, you said? And they said an undertaker, probably.
Oh, no. Did they clean up the remains?
Oh, a mortician or something.
Yeah, usually. What's an undertaker's specific reaction?
A wrestler.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, that makes sense. just clean up. So, I mean, they mop the floor with me. Anyway.
Is there a Wiggly Boy extension for this Power Washer?
Yes, there is.
Do I have it?
No, you don't? Wait, do you? Nope, you don't have it yet. You should buy it. Do you want?
Okay, we got all the extensions. Oops, I don't want to use that. Yay! We can do the wiggly one.
Wiggly!
Okay, what do you think this would be? What would this be on the pain or pleasure index?
75.
75.
Oh wait, out of 10,
7.5.
10.
Pain or pleasure? Oh my god.
Come on, fence railing. I know you're not. Yeah, there we go.
I'm gonna use Wiggly Guy for a bit.
Wiggly guy.
Huh.
Oh my gosh. Okay, good. The kittens have run for their lives.
Oh,
Oh, they're by my feet. Hi, kitten. Hey, bud. Hey, bud.
come on, come on.
Sorry, I got distracted. This kittens.
No, I wasn't talking to you. I wasn't saying come on with you. Like, get
Oh,
to work. What am I paying you for? Oh wait, I'm not paying you.
Oh, it's a bird. Okay, you go back. Oh, it's okay. Here, go to your mom.
Are you saying why not both the pain and pleasure index?
It's both.
That's a very Emily thing. By Emily, I don't mean Goop. I mean Emrose thing to say.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, I need to be careful when I say Emily.
Oh my gosh, but
Wiggle, 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 wiggle.
wiggle, wiggle, wiggle.
Go. Okay, are we done in there? We might be. I
Wiggle.
think we're done in there.
Oh my gosh, but can you hear it?
Oh god, Lady Dimitrescu or whatever. People went crazy with her. Where did that come from? Lady D? It was like... felt like people were like... Well, because people went crazy about her before they knew any context. They just saw the trailer and they're like, oh my god, I want her to hold me against the wall from my throat. Like, people just like were instantly like, I want her to like treat me like a Dark Souls ragdoll. You know?
That's good imagery.
I want to be the meat on her meat spin gift.
Spin gift? What's a spin gift?
Meat spin gift.
Aww. Kitten's climbing me. Oh no. Oh, it's okay.
Okay, blah, 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 blah. Oh.
Here you go. Damn, why don't you go into the other... Leave the kids still. Aww.
Guy. Oh yeah, we heard cats, by the way.
Yeah, those were cats. Adorable cats.
Walls, fence wall.
Every time I pet them, it says 6 on the pleasure. Which sounds weird when you say it out loud.
What is it for the cats, though, on the pleasure index? Probably like a... well, I mean, we've already established what they would...
Still 6.
We already
6.
established what they would say if aliens uplifted their intelligence.
Yeah. But they're lying.
I don't know if we're going to finish this one. Well, let's start it.
I bet we will. I don't even know what it is, but I bet we will. Pip would be nice. Oh, we can do this.
So, how's it going, guys?
Oh, this is good. This is good.
I hope you enjoy watching me do the bare minimum. This is why I'm a sorcerer.
This is very good. I like this.
Petting a cat is a 9 on the pleasure scale?
You know,
I don't
actually
understand you
kind of
guys.
agree, because, like, it's hard to gauge because petting cats is like the best feeling ever that you
Really?
can have on a basis, you know?
No, oh my gosh. Okay. Oh, I like how this level sometimes helps you clean.
I like that.
But it also prevents you from cleaning.
What are you doing?
When you're on the carousel, you have to adjust your aiming. You know, it'd be good if only one of us cleaned and the other person rode on one of the horses the whole time, so that in the in the freaking time lapse.
Oh, that would be fun. Can I be the one who rides on the corn?
When you get to the bottom, you go back to the top of the slide. Okay.
Yeah.
Remember when we had the conversation about a Helter Skelter?
Oh yeah, I thought I wasn't sure.
Well, you were right.
I know.
So there's, I don't know. Oh, it's not here.
You were right
Oh,
too,
they set
though.
this place up gradually.
Oh, I wonder what else.
There's a Helter Skelter level. Yeah, you can ride them. If it would, come on, get lower. Come on. Ah! Work harder!
You're doing great, Curly. Somebody painted all of that for...
The fuck are you doing?
Cleaning.
Are you really?
Yeah, that's how I clean in real life.
That explains a lot, actually. Oh, this doesn't rotate. Okay. What does this song remind me of?
Probably Carousel.
Oh, that's it. Oh my gosh.
That's what I was thinking.
I think it reminds me of like Mickey's World of Illusion.
Oh.
Bop, bop. I totally forgot about that. Mickey's World of Illusions, that sound. Bop, bop, bop. Oh, best sound effect in any game ever. That's like a fucking 10 on the pleasure index. Bop, bop. Okay. So, here's the secret about this level that's annoying. The horses go up and down, which makes cleaning these holes annoying because you actually can't clean this carousel pause. Like, you can stop the carousel, but you need to clean in these areas, like, as the horses are. Okay. Bop, bop. Oh, you know what? Sit there for a second. How are we gonna do this? The center thing rotates. So this, yeah. It's awkward to clean though when you're here, because when you're here you don't rotate, right? So to clean the center thing, even though it stays relative to where you are, your camera doesn't. Your camera keeps rotating, so it's actually just better to pause and clean it.
It's almost chewing up the power.
Bop,
Here, Grun.
bop, bop.
Hey, baby. It's okay. Well, I got one horse done. Got two horses done.
I know, it looks like that. It looks like that, CJ. There's everything in this game. I think there's an active volcano somewhere. I think you can actually see it.
Yeah. You can see it when you're on the thing that happens later.
Oh, there's the volcano over there.
Maybe you can see it now?
Yeah, it's not active. But so I think that what they do, I think that this is all supposed to be like volcanic ash or something.
I wonder if there's like story that they do later. Never got that far.
I bet you that the game is not that complete yet, but we'll see. They've added a lot though since the last time I played, like a lot of levels.
Oh,
This
yeah.
game though, you know what this game needs bad? It needs Steam Workshop. That would make this game fucking top tier. If they add Steam Workshop, holy shit. Release a level editor tool where you can like import levels and then like paint the textures with dirt. I'm not sure if it does or not. I mean, I can check real fast. Here, I'll check real fast. It does not have local co-op from what I see. Yeah, I miss local co-op. Like, some of the most fun I've ever had playing games was local co-op with my bestie. I still really want to do a, I really want to do a Monaco What's Yours Is Mine stream. I think that's one of the best co-op games ever made. Also, Goats, we got to do Battle Block Theater.
Oh yeah, definitely. I have it downloaded already.
And Super Bunny Man.
Definitely. Can't wait for that one. Alright, all the horses done.
Now all the poles are a nightmare.
Yeah, I'm working on those. Horse rod. Did I get it?
Have you ever seen Degrees of Separation? I have not. But just so you guys know, you're all 3 degrees from Kevin Bacon. Because I'm 2 degrees from Kevin Bacon. Well, you guys might be closer to Kevin Bacon than me, depending on if you guys know Kevin Bacon first.
Who's Kevin Bacon?
You never heard of 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon?
No. I feel like I'm missing out.
Oh, that's awesome, Scoops. I'm glad I could share that with you. Yeah, I had a teacher who was in a movie with Kevin Bacon.
Oh.
Or a professor at university, I should say. There's shots of him in the movie in the frame with Kevin Bacon. Okay. Ooh! Wild Walkthroughs, hey, how's it going? Here, let me give a quick shout out. Bam!
Ooh.
Let's see what we. Oh, you're playing which Prey? You were playing the newer Prey that's by who is it? Is it who makes the newer Prey? I've only ever played the older Prey game. Yeah, Arcane. I thought it was Arcane. But I couldn't remember if it was like the Alan Wake guys or the... Or, yeah. Yeah, there was a game in like... don't know you were playing it. Oh, cool. Yeah, there's 2 different Prey games. There was one that was like released in like, I don't know, like 2006 or something. And you play like a Native American and you get sucked up onto an alien spaceship and it's really, really horrific. But it has like crazy mind-bending, like walking on walls stuff.
I remember learning about that one.
No. There was an older one.
Oh.
Like it was for Xbox 360.
Oh.
Yeah, and then the newer one has like a foam gun, right? Or like a gel gun or something. Glue cannon, right. Yeah, I've heard that's like super fun. Both Prey games are supposed to be so good. Is Prey the people that made Dishonored? Degrees of Separation is a co-op game. One of you eats the wort, the other one cools it. You use that to create ice, and oh, interesting. Yeah, I don't know if you can get the old one on PC. I remember I had it for Xbox 360. And it was like, I think it's like a 6-hour game. Like, it's pretty short, but it was like really ambitious. And then it was going to get a sequel, but I think the sequel was just like so over ambitious that they kind of ran out of funding, and then the publisher pulled the game. But it looked really interesting. Fucking brutal though, brutal game. Oh, really? That's cool. I wonder if they sell it in like a digital store. That's one I would like to play, but I don't think I can realistically do it. Like, I own it. I think my 360, I'm pretty sure my 360 is broken. It did not red ring. I was actually living, I was briefly living in a different house, and I had my stuff in like my parents' house, and my room was packed up, and it was like put in the bottom of a box. And so like the stuff, like the hard drive and stuff like that, got torn out. That was a long time ago. Yeah, it got pretty fucked. But I don't know if it was just the hard drive that got fucked or if the whole thing. But I don't know. As far as I consider it's dead.
Oh, sweet.
We're at 82%. We have all the annoying stuff left. But I think we'll beat this in easily in time for.
Oh yeah, easy peasy.
Okay. It's so much easier to clean from one direction than the other direction because your power wash is like on the right side.
What you mean?
Like if it's easier for me to clean, like if I'm on the roof looking down, it's easier for me to clean counterclockwise than clockwise. Because clockwise,
Really?
yeah, because clockwise I'm aiming, I'm trying to aim over the left side of a ledge, but my power washer or pressure washer, whatever, is on the right side. But if I'm going the other way, then I'm actually, the pressure washer's hanging over the edge, so I can get a better angle on it.
I think I got all the horse rods.
You had an original first-gen Xbox 360 arcade edition that never red ringed. Yeah, my one never red ringed. I want to trade it in. Those are really rare. Oh, cool. Yeah. Yeah, mine never red ringed. And it was like, I think mine was like a first-gen. That was, the 360 was the last console I ever owned, not including a 3DS. I have been PC ever since.
PC's fun. I've had a lot of fun, but I don't think I've ever had an Xbox.
I honestly, I feel like Xbox. Okay. PS2 was better than Xbox One. Although Xbox One had Halo, which is fucking sick.
Yeah.
I think Xbox 360, except for the red ring, might have been better than PS3. I think it might have been. I think it might have been better. Because what did the PlayStation have? The PlayStation 3 had like what Little Big Planet games. It had Uncharted. It had Last of Us. Was Last of Us on that? Like it had probably better exclusives, but the 360 had the Xbox Live Arcade, right? And like a long time earlier than PlayStation had any analog, I believe. Am I correct on that?
I have no idea.
Like Xbox Live Arcade was pretty early. I think it really triggered the I mean, that generation is generally considered the worst generation. You still own consoles because that's what your friends play on, even though you have a gaming laptop now. Yeah, I mean, I guess it does have Demon Souls, Bloodborne, that stuff, and that's stuff that I wish I could play. And Shadow of the Colossus was PlayStation 2, right?
I think I had it on the PlayStation 3.
Xbox 360 is worse than boomers? I would rather there be boomers in the world than Xbox 360s.
Nice.
I'm gonna take a rare stance that I would rather. I know this is unpopular, but I would rather there be boomers.
It's okay, Curly. None of them are
Oh yeah. No, I meant worst generation of games of consoles.
That makes sense. See, that makes more sense.
Hey, don't sass me, Pickle. Goats didn't know.
Yeah.
The Switch was the. You know what? I mean, I know Wii U. I don't know much about Wii U. I know people kind of shit on the Wii U,
It
but
was happy.
but the Wii was a lot better than the 360 and the PS3. I think. Well, 360. I mean, I think you have to credit the 360 a lot with the indie game boom. I think you have to give credit to the 360, and But the whole reason why the indie game boom happened is because all the games that were fucking coming out at the time were so shit. Like, I mean, that's not, I shouldn't say that's why. It was also that they had the ability to release these things. Obviously, it's not just that. But the reason why I think the indie game boom, like, happened, why it blew up, was because of that. Yeah, I know PlayStation and Xbox have kind of gone back and forth on being like who supports indie games very well. I know for a while Xbox, like Microsoft, was really shitty for indie games, and then Sony kind of like stepped in. But I mean, for a long time Steam has been really great for them. But I also know that PC just doesn't generally compete even close at all to the sales of consoles. But I think PC has more longevity of sales for those things. Xbox Live Arcade was awesome. But I remember I had something on... What was it called? I had something... There was both Xbox Live Arcade, but there's also Xbox Indie Games, which had a lot of, like, really bad games, but also had some interesting ones. I remember they had something called Kodu... I think it was called Kodu Game Lab, where you could make your own games. And that was a lot of fun. Testing frame. Oh, there we go. There we go. Xbox One is now close enough to PC in architecture that it's really easy to transfer a game over to Xbox from PC. Oh yeah? I don't know that. I really know nothing about any of that kind of stuff. What do we have left here? What? I saw an unfinished thing here, but I don't know what it is. What am I missing? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Are we done there? Inner platform. Yep. There we go. What are we missing? Oh, lots of stuff up here.
Yeah, on the ceiling.
Would this be easier if I... This would probably be easier if I stopped the carousel. Meow.
Aw, I miss the music. This is like when Ben and Foddy stops talking to you.
Oh, you mean the best part of the game?
I like it when he talks. Like,
Bennett's body talking to me is very high on the pain scale. I'm glad I beat that on stream.
Yeah, me too. I beat it once, and no one else was watching, and I never want to play it again.
Oh, but you got Jump King, right?
I did.
And you like it less,
Okay.
right?
Oh, I don't like it less. It's just, I feel like I'm worse at it than I ever was at Ben and Foddy.
I would play Jump King, I think.
Also, I feel like I get more frustrated with
You also got Banana Hell.
I do. Oh, that one also.
Where is... Oh, I see. I see. What are we missing? What are we missing? We're not even getting the notification. What are we missing? What are we missing?
I saw something. I don't know where it went though.
Oh, I saw something too. What did I see? What did I see? Oh, there's a pole. Wait, what? Oh, I think it was a horse.
One of the horses? I thought I got them all. So like one of the...
Okay, goats, I'm sorry, but... Da 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 da. La da 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 da. La da 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 da. Oh, cresting. Oh.
Cresting trim?
Oh, pole base. Okay. Let's try this. Go. There's one. There's another. You know what game I would love to play on stream? Viva Pinata Trouble in Paradise.
Which one's that? Is that the one that's like Wobble Dogs?
That's the one where you get pinatas to fuck.
Yeah, it's just like Wobble Dogs. Except probably better.
It does not play like Wobble Dog, I don't think. I love it. And Viva Pinata had multiplayer actually, but yeah, and then you got to beat up bad asshole pinatas. That were true.
Oh, I liked it.
The Viva Pinata games were real good. It was like taking a game that no one in the world, like taking a franchise that like no one above the age of 6 would ever want to play, and then turning it into like a legit, amazing, unique game. It was so good. I'm guessing I missed something up here, right? Wait, I can check. Oh, wait, we can see. Cresting and center pole topper. Oh. Oh, center pole topper. It's probably up here.
It's okay, continue.
Maybe?
Center popper. Oh, that's up, Oh, there it is.
We're missing cresting. Cresting is going to be... Oh, here it is. Where is it? Okay, I might need to bring a thing. Okay, where's the
I don't
press?
think I'm doing anything with this.
Okay, there's that. What? Oh. Go.
Oh?
No.
You see it?
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay. Gotta do something. Gotta do something. God damn it. Ah! Baffling myself out of bounds. I've done that here. Come on. Ah, I don't think I can do it. Oh well. Oh my god.
You
Oh,
tried.
what a ridiculous time lapse. This is a ridiculous time lapse. Okay, what's our time looking like? Okay, let's see. What do we have? Oh, I think we can do this.
Nice drill.
Why is that? Why do you need one of these goats?
I want to drill holes, girly.
Oh, okay. How else are you gonna get a butthole big enough to surf in?
Ah! You don't surf in the butthole.
Yeah, this is like Dr. Robotnik boss fight.
It does. It looks like that. What's the drills that they surf in?
Oh my god. I think my computer almost died there.
Oh, what happened?
I got everything went like Java. Like stop. Want to install something? Not right now.
That's the worst. Are you sure?
Sure?
Yeah, are you sure?
That's a 2 on the pain scale for you right there. By the way, I just gotta say, real talk for a second.
Yeah.
Goats is the fucking best, by the way. I was having a really, really bad day. Goats was really supportive.
Aw,
So give Goats a freaking follow, even though she doesn't stream now. She's fucking the best.
Aw, guy.
How have I not played Commander Keen on stream yet?
That's a good question. We talk about it all the time. And I've never seen anyone play it, so you gotta play it eventually.
The only problem with Commander Keen is the first 3 games, in my opinion, have not aged well. But the next 3 games are really freaking good. Well,
Okay.
I shouldn't say that. 4 and 6 are really freaking good. 5 is kind of mediocre.
A nice drill. I still feel like I'm going in circle. On the carousel. I'm like just putting my washer just in one
Well, the
place.
thing with Commander Keen, if memory serves me, is that Commander Keen 1 is pretty easy. Commander Keen 2 and 3 are way too fucking hard. Memory serves me right. And the other thing with Commander Keen is it's so hard for me to not play on hard difficulties, because hard difficulties have enemies that you don't see in other difficulties. So you want to see all the enemies, but it has like a lot of invincible enemies that are really annoying. You ever played Badasses Don't... Oh, Red Faction Guerrilla. I have not actually played any of the Red Faction games. I think I own them all. Yeah, I did want to play like just a shit ton of boomer shooters. I just never get to Red Faction because there's so many good boomer shooters, and so it's just like it's never really been on my list. But I maybe you think I should bump it up on the list, because I know Red Faction was interesting because it had all like the destructible terrain and stuff like that, right? But other than that, I know very little about Red Faction. Okay, what are we missing? I saw some rear shielding. I'm actually really excited to play Morrowind. I almost want to start it today, but
That'd be good.
but there is a thing I want to play after this. There is a new game I have. It costed 50 cents.
That's how you know it's good.
So you know it's good. You rented a Red Faction back in the day, spent almost a whole day drilling into a wall, and never got to any of the story. Oh, awesome. Okay, what do we need? Rear shielding. Okay, that's what I was trying to work on.
Got it. Yeah.
is. Beautiful. Okay, let's see. What's our time? Okay, that was fast. What do we have
That
next?
was
What do we
fast.
have? What do we have? Let's see. The next one we can't do in time. We can't do it.
You don't think so?
There's no fucking way. Zero chance. The only one.
What is it? Is it the Helter Skelter?
No, it's the temple. But we could.
Oh, we can do that. We
we
have plenty of time for the
we
temple.
cannot do the temple. There's no fucking way.
Yeah.
Do you want to start the temple or do you want to do a free play level?
Temple?
Oh my
I bet
gosh.
you we can finish it on time.
Zero chance.
I bet you 50 cents. What are you scared?
You're
Oh.
nerfed Morrowind. I think I'm gonna do a different Morrowind. We used to have a build though in Morrowind, my sister and I, that would like, you're instantly pretty good. I think it was it Redguard, high endurance at the start. I can't remember what it was, but it was like you can make yourself pretty decent right away.
I'm currently playing what the fuck Morrowind.
Half a Coke in today's economy. I started drinking, I got something called Coke, what is it called? Coke Zero Sugar, which is not Coke Zero. And I know it's just fucking terrible for you. But it's really good. It's really good. I like it a lot more than Diet Coke. Because it tastes so much like Coca-Cola. Yeah, because in Morrowind you want to... I think in Morrowind, for optimal characters, you want to have one of every stat, right? If you're going to min-max, you want to have one of every stat on your tree, so you can max up your skill points.
Oh, I'm gonna put my extension. Took it off for that last round.
Morrowind is weird though, because it's like you can, depending on your starter build, like you can be so fucking like at the very beginning of the game, a frickin' script can be dangerous depending on your build.
Yeah.
Or a black shalk.
I remember the time I died to a script. I feel like I'm getting pretty good and far in that game, but I'm still like getting one shot by action.
It's hard to gauge what getting far in that game is.
It feels like I'm getting
But like by what metric?
by my skill level progression. That's basically what I'm probably nowhere near.
One thing I want to figure out with my Morrowind playthrough is when do I break the game? You know what I mean? Because like you can break the game very, 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 very easily, but I think you probably don't want to break it too early, or else it might remove a lot of tension. But that is a game that you can get very, very good very, very fast, depending on what you do. You never played Morrowind? Oh yeah, Morrowind it's interesting. I would say it's oh god.
Skyrim, bro.
How dare you?
I'm sorry. Hey, I play it too. Is it Skyrim?
I think Skyrim might be more fun, but I think Morrowind is... It's so weird to gauge like what is better between like Morrowind, Oblivion, and Skyrim. Morrowind is way more interesting. Way more interesting.
I feel more engaged when I'm playing.
Yeah, I mean the thing with Morrowind...
I'm like skip all the dialogue. I don't care.
Yeah, the thing with Morrowind is like it doesn't have a lot of quality of life things. So from a role-playing standpoint, it is way better. But from a like accessibility standpoint, it is not. Because like there's no quest markers. The game doesn't tell you where to go with like game systems. It tells you where to go with someone literally telling you.
If
And
you
so
go north,
Yeah, so they'll be like, follow the signs to go halfway to Pelagiad. When you see the tree with 2 trunks, then take a left and follow the trail of rocks. And then if you cross the river, you'll find this ancestral tomb. And you have to like use your journal to find that shit.
I like that.
Yeah.
It's less user friendly.
Yeah. It's but it's more like game feel. The game feels really stiff in certain ways. Just because it's like there's not really much of a physics system. But my god, there's so many things in that game that I'm so sad they took out in Oblivion. Like fucking acrobatics is so fun.
Oh yeah. I like jumping everywhere now. Like every time I'm done playing Warwick for the day and I'm playing something,
You just jump in every game after it. I play Powerwash Simulator like I play Morrowind, just hopping around. Goes, we're like not even halfway done.
we're doing great, Curly. I think we're gonna beat it.
Where there's no chance. There's no
Really,
shot.
I don't believe it's like
There's no shot, Goats.
we have to. We got this.
I'm really curious about Daggerfall. I played a tiny bit of Daggerfall. I honestly don't think Daggerfall is... I don't think you can say Daggerfall is as good as any of the later ones. But it does some stuff that is very fucking interesting. Very, very, very interesting. And then Arena is clearly, like, way worse.
Yeah, I played this one.
I think Daggerfall and Arena were just both added on to Steam for free. And they also added Elder Scrolls Adventures Redguard, which I kind of want to get. Because I've never played that. So I might have to pick that up and try it. There's also another one, right? What was it called? Like Dragon Spire or something? Battle Spire? Battle Spire. I don't think that's on Steam.
Battlespire.
Yeah, that was another Elder Scrolls game.
Must not
Take
have
care,
been there.
CJ. It was nice seeing you. Hope you have a wonderful day.
Oh yeah, see you, CJ. Fellow bar.
Both, you're going to be so bad. I mean, so mad that you missed this next game.
I'm not gonna miss it. What do you mean?
You're going to miss it 100%.
I'm not. What do you mean?
It is going to be played and done by the time you pick up your kids.
No. I'm gonna take my phone with me. Okay, stop it.
I might start Morrowind after that game, depending on time. Might, or should I leave Morrowind for tomorrow?
Whatever you're feeling. Maybe you still want to play. Yeah, do it. Gosh, man.
I don't know if it still is, but for a long time, Morrowind was was Pickle's favorite game. I know now Pickle, like, I know Pickle has some other games that are up on her list now. Like, I know Disco Elysium is up there. I remember, I forget if it was Dragon Age Origins or Dragon Age 2 was up there on the list. I remember for a long time. I gotta play Jade Empire on stream sometime.
Jade Empire? What's that?
Jade Empire. It was that BioWare game that no one remembers, but it was really good.
Oh, that's why I don't know.
Yeah, it was like a martial arts one. It was like Mass Effect, but instead it was like kind of Eastern mythology and martial arts.
Oh.
And then it had like an airship with shmup levels.
Shmup.
Shoot 'em.
Explain that.
Like it's like those games where you play like a ship and you fly and shoot enemies. I was actually, Pickle, I was literally thinking of installing Bully this week. I love...
Yeah, I remember you saying that.
Yeah, I will, I like Bully a lot more than I don't know why, but something about Bully I like more than any other Rockstar game. I know that's like a real hot take, but I like Bully a lot. I don't know. I think the lighter tone, but also I don't know. I just like the setting. Listen, boarding school is just always a fun setting. Like, fuck, that's what half of anime is. I can't believe you thought we'd be able to beat this. Are you kidding? How could you? We're not even... What are you talking about? It's 2:58.
I don't have to leave until 10 a.m. Oh, 20. I don't have to leave.
But you have to get ready at 10 a.m.
All I had to do was mama shoes.
And Pips.
And Pip's shoes. Like, he takes 1 minute, and I take...
You gotta make sure Pip doesn't get dookie on the car.
Oh, shoot, you're right. Okay, yeah, that does it. It was that one time where was it right after a stream?
No, it was just a random time.
Yeah. And it was like right before I had to leave. I had to carry him to the car, and then I realized as soon as he was in his car seat, he had a full diaper, and it exploded. It was terrifying. Yeah, I'm prepared to make those mistakes.
Yeah, Bully was a lot of... do you know Bully, Goats?
Oh, I remember you talking about.
So Bully is like Grand Theft Auto, but you play a kid that gets like put in a like boarding school for troubled kids or something like that. And basically there's all these different factions of like different bullies. Like there's like the preppy kids, there's the greasers, there's like the nerds or whatever. And you're basically like, instead of gangs, you're fighting like different bully factions and stuff like that. And like you like make out with girls and then ride around on your stolen bicycle and fucking go around town.
That sounds amazing.
And then you have to like go to classes and get different rewards based on passing classes. That game was really controversial when it came out. It shouldn't have been as controversial as it was, because it's honestly quite tame. But it's because I think everyone thought it's like, oh, it's a game about bullying kids. Not really.
Yeah, I've been leaving a lot this stream. Pip's been very needy today.
I mean, this is a pretty easy game for you to leave during. Like, it's not like it's like, oh no, I can't do anything.
Oh, it would suck it if we were playing Duck Game.
Oh, it would be great. No, Duck Game wouldn't be so bad, because what I would do, as long as you announced it, is I would just set up your demise, but I wouldn't kill you.
Oh, no.
Like, I would lay down a bunch of traps. We gotta do a Duck Game thing sometime.
Oh yeah, we'd have to. I'll say about that this morning.
I personally think Duck Game, personally, is a lot better than Stick Fight.
Yeah,
That's just me.
I've never played Stick Fight.
Stick Fight is fun, but I don't know. There's something about Duck. I feel like Duck Game has more longevity, personally.
Buttress.
Go.
Oh my gosh, Pip. Oh my gosh.
Goats. We're not gonna finish this. Why don't we call it?
Yeah, we are. What do you mean?
We're not gonna finish this. What are you talking about?
What do you mean?
It's so far.
Do what you call it? I mean, it's 64%. Bet you most of the percent is this creepy. Here, I'm gonna go up there.
the problem is we have a lot of things that are like half, like 90%.
Yeah, I didn't do it.
You know what we can do?
What?
We can always get to like the very end of this, and then when you have to leave, then I'll just finish off the rest because it'll probably just be fine. This plate feels pretty Skyrim. This feels like something you'd see in like Wind Elm.
Yeah. Maybe that's why we started talking.
Oh no no, la la la, la la la. That's not why we started talking about it. We started talking about it because I was planning to play Morrowind tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow.
And then I was like, should I do it today? What are you talking about?
Day of wind. That doesn't.
I decided to play it on a sky whim.
Oh my god. You should be proud of that one.
Quick, we need an Oblivion one. Before the stream is over, you have to come up with a wicked Oblivion. The rest of the stream is going to be you saying, and then you're like, okay, gotta go.
Okay, bye. Oblivion.
Oh no. Okay, you don't have to. You don't have to. I take it back.
Okay. Good, because I would never come up with any.
I feel like this is a... You know who I think would have one? I feel like Scoot would be one. That would be like, oh, easy.
Easy Oblivion. More like...
Oh, no! No!
What happened, girly?
I killed him.
Who'd you kill? What happened?
No, Chomsky.
What?
Okay. Okay. Go. Let it go. Let it go.
Remember when my oldest was a baby?
When what?
Came out. My oldest child, Curly, Sophia.
Yeah.
And she'd sing, let it go, let it go, let it go, and it just went on forever. And then I hated that song.
Aw.
I mean, I loved it. It was so adorable. I loved every moment of that song. Hated it.
Aw. Does this time make you happy?
Oh, yes. Anyway.
Can't believe you'd lie to me.
Yep.
Say that we'd beat this in time. Are you kidding?
Yeah, well,
No, how are you still in denial this hard?
I am really good at denial.
So am I, and yet
I'm better at it.
I acknowledge this like 20 minutes ago. There's no way.
Just before the level started.
Yeah, which was like, what, like 20 minutes ago?
Crazy.
Okay.
Because we can do it. We have 3 minutes. We can do it.
Goats.
Yeah.
There's no way.
Yeah.
I would do a prediction. Okay, what are we gonna bet?
50 cents. Remember, we already bet
Yeah,
this.
50 cents. We're never gonna finish it. We're never.
Oh, good.
Easiest 50 cents of my life.
Oh, God.
Easiest 50 cents of my life. Oh God, what was the time that I? Oh God. Oh yeah. When I was in university, I totally just like. So a dude said, so a dude was subbing into our ensemble in university, and I said, I bet this bass player I heard play the song "Not Yet" by Dan Weiss a lot. So I said to him, I bet you that the first thing that he plays when he comes in will be "Not Yet." And this other guy was like, no shot. And I was like, I mean, obviously he didn't say no shot because that wasn't in the vernacular yet. But anyways, he's like, no way. And I was like, yep, I bet you. And he's like, oh, fine, I'll bet you $2. I was like, sure, you're on. And the guy comes in and I said, hey, can you play Not Yet? And then he played it. And then I said, give me $2. And then the guy was like, oh, fine. And he was mad, but then he was like pulling out coins. He was like, I'm going to pay you in dimes. And he has this change in his hand and he's counting out like nickels and dimes. And then I just reached in his hand and took out a $2 coin. Thank you. Yeah.
$2 coin.
Yeah. Toonies.
What? That's crazy. Those don't exist. Oh, you're in Canada.
$2 coins are awesome. We also got rid of pennies.
Oh, nice. I have way too many pennies that I'll never ever use.
Yeah, we don't have pennies.
What is the purpose of this? I'm not gonna use it.
We only use like that interval for like digital transactions. But if you're doing cash, you just always round. I remember I was a kid and I kept buying licorice with pennies, and then the guy yelled at me.
Nice.
You're not allowed to buy anymore.
Aww. Oh, we were so close. Oh no. Here, I'll play one more thing before I go.
Window frame. Go. Figurehead. Oh god. Okay. Okay. Bam. Bam. I also remember there was a time where my friend and I were playing soccer between his house and his neighbor's house. And then his neighbor came out, said he was going to shove his foot or his fist. So, no, shove the ball. I remember so far up my ass that it'll come out of my mouth. He got really mad at me
Why?
because it was bouncing on the wall of his house, so he's hearing the bouncing sound.
Whoa.
He like fucking snapped.
That's a stretch, though.
He fucking snapped.
I bet.
And then my friend's mom yelled at him.
Oh, good.
He said I was an asshole, and my then his mom was like, "What? He's like the nicest kid. What are you talking about?
Oh, we were so close, girly. Window frame.
Oh my
Frame.
God.
Window frame.
Go. This roof still has stuff. Where is it? Where is it? Oh, there's a bunch of stuff over here. Goats, it's time. You gotta go.
No.
You gotta go, goats. You gotta go. You have to go. You're gone now. Goodbye. Bye-bye. Thank you for hanging out, goats.
Alright. Thank you for having me. I'll see you next Wednesday at this same time.
Oh.
Minus probably.
Where we play Lego Star Wars for no reason.
Yeah, we'll stand by the 17th be with you.
Okay. I'll finish off this place since we're so close.
Alright.
And then I will play another game that is gonna be awful. I'm gonna play a truly awful game. Okay.
Yeah.
Take
Bye.
care, guys.
Bye.
Follow goats.
Yeah.
Goats. Oh, she's not here, so I can't add. Goats on boats. Bam.
Yes. Alright.
Okay, bye-bye. Okay, we're done with that. What do we need? What do we need? What do we need to work on? What did we miss? What did we miss? Ooh, I saw something there. Ledge. Probably underneath. So close. If I didn't troll goats, maybe we could have done it. But hey, now she owes me 50 cents. I will accept the payment in a 50-cent video game. I like how she literally joined me for stream where I am arguably getting paid for and she is not. And then I'm like, now you pay me for your failed bet. Oh God. The world's smallest amount of power has gone to my head. How do I... The frick? The frick? Where is this? Where is it? Where is the wall? Like under here? Where is it? The problem though is if it's a 50-cent video game, it's definitely going to be like a hentai game. Like that's just the reality. What other games are there for 50? It's going to be like Anime Girl Mosaic 17. Hello, Simon. We lost a goat. Where is this? Where is it? Where is it? Oh, Simon, we were talking about you and I can't remember what we said. Oh, Simon, if you were a I actually don't remember what we were saying about you, but we said something about you and it was funny. In a non-negative way. Oh, if you were a Dungeons and Dragons character in real life, what do you think you would be? Also, where the hell is this wall thing? What the frick? Am I ever gonna get this? Oh my God, how did I not see that? Yeah, what class in like Dungeons and Dragons would you be, do you think? Because, like, I had a, yeah, personality-wise. Oh, wait, you were here for that? I thought you left. Eve. Oh. Wall. Ooh, there's a bunch of stuff up there. Ooh, there's some stuff right there. Come on. Oh, there's some stuff right there. I'm very anti-ladder in this game. I don't like using ladder or scaffolding. I like parkouring. Goats and I are of very different minds about this. but when you can parkour, that's what I want to do. Simon is artistic, good as both a star and hype person. Why do she's melt so fast? I like the back-to-back of that. The back-to-back of that makes me chuckle. Okay. We did not watch this area. Oh, my gnome friend. Get out of here. Okay. I don't know why, Simon, but I in my head, I see you as a fighter in a good way. I don't know why. Okay, okay. Scoots, you know, I could kind of see you being an artificer, too. I could kind of see you being an artificer. Oh. Buttress, not done. Okay, we'll deal with that after. Oops. Okay. Bam. Bam. Oh. There's stuff there. There we go. Okay. Oh, we're missing something here. Oh, there we go. What are we missing here? You want to DM again, but you also have very... Yeah, DMing seems like a lot of... Like, I love the idea of DMing, but I told you I'm not a wizard. I'm not a person that would put in enough effort. And I'm not good enough to... Can't wing it. Was it gonna be like right over here? Where is it? Where the hell is this? Okay. Oh my god. What are we missing? The underneath here? Oh, of course it is. Oh, what tabletop game? You're very gun shy about being in another campaign. Oh, I never realized that you played an artificer, Simon. Okay. Oh, there we go. What am I missing? Oh, I'm missing a lot. Go. Ooh. Ledge. Huh. There's stuff like over here. There we go. We're still missing a bunch. 10 candles. I've never heard of that at all. Ooh, window. From the window to the wall. Also decoration. You know what would be a good stream game, I think? Maybe? Maybe? Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines. That's one that might be kind of cool. You know what's so weird? A Vampire the Masquerade freaking Battle Royale just came out. That seems so freaking weird to me. Battle Royale and Vampire, like, that's, I don't know, it seems so jarring. Amity. Was there ever like a joke, like an Amity horror kind of thing? Joke? Go. What are we missing? What are we missing? What are we missing? What are we missing? Come on, come on, come on, come on. Oh, 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 buttress. It's always the buttress. Go, okay. 2 figureheads, a window frame, and it's a barge board. Barge. Oh, found it! Nailed it! Holy shit, I nailed that one. Okay, where's the window frame and where's the figureheads? Figureheads are gonna be like. There's one. There we go. The figureheads I probably just need to get from an angle down below that I couldn't get from above. Like it's probably this one, to be honest. Not this one. I did. Oh, window frame. There's the window frame now. Where? Oh, there it is. Okay. Figurehead. There? No? Where is this? Where is this guy? All the players die in the end. My sister got super into like all different types of all different types of tabletop games. So like I remember, God, she knows so much about that stuff. There was one that, what was it called? Like something about where everyone's John. Everyone plays someone named John, and you like based on dice rolls, different people will take control of this character. Come on. There it is. That's my name too. Come on. Come on. Goats! Oh my gosh, goats, thank you. Thank you, goats. Where is this? Where is this? Where is this? Do I have to go up for it? Oh, there it is. Yay! Woo! Woo! Okay, so we have our 2 friends here, and then at a certain point, one of them abandons me. Oh, beautiful. Beautiful. Oh, but you can't even tell. You can't even tell. Okay. So, we're going to call it there for... Actually, let's check out the store real fast. Okay, so we're out of power washers. Or, well, we're out of good power washers. Equipment. Is there anything for the Pro? We don't have. No. Okay. I kind of want to get... Okay, I want to get the... Oh, wait, I have those. I have those. That's good. Okay, that's good. Let's look at modifications. What is there for Prime Vista Pro? There's this, which I own. Is that it? Yeah, I feel like I'm just gonna save up money for now. I like this one, but obviously we can't use that. Okay. So, I will be right back, and then I'm going to play just a freaking awful game. Just a terrible, terrible game. So, see you guys in a moment. Okay. I'm back. I'm back. It's time to set this up. Oh, God. Oh, God. By the way, Goats, can you hear me, Goats? Are you still here? Goats might be driving. Okay. Let me... I need to adjust the volume so I don't deafen everyone when I start this game. Ah, try to get the volume just right. Okay, perfect. Okay, let's get this game set up. Creator dashboard. Let's see if there's even a category for this game. Dark Souls Gone Wild. About that. Bam. Okay. And get this started. Okay. Okay. Oh no. Oh no, guys.